Here we go. Let's see. I believe that we're feeding out to the people. Let me know if our audio is coming through loud and clear, all that kind of stuff. We are live. You're joining us. Check this out. You're joining us live on the Utreon so we can hold guns if they ever get into focus. There you go. Let's see. Walter's got something. There he goes. Walt's got something right there. Patrick, who knows what Patrick is? Oh, there you go. Oh, there you go. Boom! Bada boom, bada boom, bada bing. Right there on BabyFace Pete. So we are live on Utreon because YouTube does not let us hold guns amongst all the other things that YouTube does. So this is the place you want to see us hold guns. You want to join us. If you're watching this later on YouTube, go over to Utreon/Hank Strange. If you're listening to us on audio, when the podcast goes up, the place to join us live, get your questions, comments, things like that in is Utreon/ I said Hank Strange before, but it's Who Moved My Freedom. So yeah, okay. WMMF podcast. That is the place to go. This is FreeForAll Monday. We'll just get this. We'll kick this off here. Let me hit the button.
Welcome back to the Hank Strange Situation. Lifestyles of the Locked and Loaded.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Franklin Armory. Franklin Armory provides 100% US-made firearms and awesome binary option triggers. Their focus and purpose is to provide freedom tools to all Americans, especially those in not-so-free states. So when you're in the market, please consider Franklin Armory. All right, here we go. Bada boom, bada bing. We are all here. Let's see. First of all, there we go. Let's get those jazz hands going. Put your hands in the air. There you go. Wave them like you just don't care. All right, we are live. That's right. We are flexing our friggin' Barnauls BOP shirts up in here. BabyFace even has one. Let's see. We should go down the line here. Okay, BabyFace, come on. Let's see. Model it. Okay. How is it?
Wait, check out them.
You feel buff?
I feel ripped. I feel uncomfortably ripped right now.
Walter,
I don't know if it's ripped or fat.
Look. Here's Walter. Let's see you, Walter. How's yours?
Oh, holy cow! Mine is very undersized. Let's say that. Undersized.
Tight fit.
It looks nice on my wife, but
yeah,
undersized on me.
Yeah, yes. Walter's too sexy for this shirt. Too sexy by far. Mine's okay, but yeah, it feels a little tight too. So this, you always need to go a size up with these ones, but they are very nice shirts. And did you guys get the Mighty Hanks? You're welcome.
Oh, is that what? I just threw the rest of the package out. I got to go digging in the package. I didn't realize that was a thing.
Yeah, there's these. I don't even know what the heck these things are.
So,
what are these?
You got square.
You got. I've been schooled on this since this arrived.
Okay,
I guess
right.
these are right.
No,
I guess these are very very popular with the everyday carry folks that carry all their gear. You have microfiber on one side, like the clean glasses and stuff.
Oh, I see.
Go through the garbage.
Oh, Patrick threw his in the garbage. Now, he's so crazy. So this is for cleaning glasses.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was for cleaning.
I thought it was just like advertising. So
and it's in the garbage.
Oh dear. These
I'm glad you said something.
Yeah.
From what I've been told, this Mighty Hanks thing is very popular. They sell a shitload of these things. So
I've never heard of this before, but now I'm kind of excited.
Me neither.
We need to look them up. It's not anything related to me. I don't get any money out of these.
As much as you wish it were.
I can send my lawyers over there.
There's also a sticker on it.
Oh, yeah. Look at that. So that I didn't even realize either.
Boom! When I think of handkerchiefs.
That is for Hank right there. You got to put that on something. Mighty Hanks.
Mighty Hanks.
I don't even know.
That would be our boy band.
That. Yeah, I didn't even see that sticker.
Hank Strange and the Mighty Hanks.
Was there a sticker for the shirts also? Because
that's that thing I was waving around.
Oh, so that's a sticker.
That's a sticker too.
God damn it! I threw that away too.
That's a big ass sticker. It peels off.
I thought it was only a shirt. I didn't even go looking hard.
Because Lola found one of those stuck to the clothing in the wash, and she's like, "Why the hell is this?" So big thanks to Barnauls for these for the swag.
Hashtag Bureau of Propaganda.
Yep, BOP in the house.
I haven't done it yet. I gotta model it where somehow I don't know.
Damn it. Okay, let me go find the glasses. So because I got a modeling idea. I'll be right back.
Oh boy. So
now, but when I think of handkerchiefs, old school, like old guys with a handkerchief, they blow their nose at them and they do all that stuff, and. Mm-hmm. But I guess a new school, you don't blow your nose in your hanks.
No. So here you go. And I don't know, I'm guessing that they're gun folks as well. But I know I see knives and stuff like that here looking on the website for Mighty Hank. So shout out to those guys. I don't know. But if they are cool with guns, obviously they're cool with knives from looking at this.
I'm sure they are.
Yeah, I'll be happy to have them come on the show. And,
Yeah, there you go.
They can always come hang out with us and... tell the folks about what they do and all that kind of stuff. But big thanks. So I didn't get this part out. This is episode 955 of the Who Moved My Freedom podcast. It's Free for All Monday. And this show is the Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. What in the hell is happening?
Oh, brother. It looks like Randy Savage.
Yeah, it's Randy Savage Jr.
That's right. This in an MP5 is going to be what I take a picture with tomorrow. Yeah.
He is totally Tampa now. He is totally Tampa.
Dude, you've never heard of these?
No, those are awesome. I love those.
Wipers. These things are like super popular. I don't know why.
I would 100% wear those. Those look so badass. I love it.
I look like I'm straight out of 1980.
Where's the gun? You gotta hold up. Come on.
55. It's only appropriate.
There you go. Look at that picture, Walt.
Hold on, let me turn it.
You gotta actually focus.
Come on.
It doesn't know what to do with you. Can't see your eyes.
There we go. No, turn the head this way. There's your thumbnail.
There you go. There's your dinner. There's your dinner.
There's your dinner.
There's your dinner.
There you go. There's
yes.
your dinner.
So, this is the Merry Christmas, Happy New Year show. Are we doing are you guys going to come? Because is this the last show we're doing for the year, or are you guys coming back on New Year's Eve? I don't know.
It's up to you.
Well, it's up to you guys if you want to do it.
I can come back. I mean, we're only going to do, for New Year's, we don't have any, serious plans. We just pop a bottle at, midnight and go to bed afterwards.
Oh, okay. You pop, some champagne or something?
You can do a live event from my house.
Okay. So that would be New Year's Eve is what, a Saturday, right? Yes. Looks like a Saturday. It's
if you want to do a New Year's event from my house, we would love to host.
Okay.
And we normally eat and watch the New Year's stuff on TV and
okay.
Have some champagne at midnight and then everybody passes out. We're getting too old.
Yeah, I mean, what do you do anymore? I never went to, even when I grew up in New York City, I never went to Times Square or did any of that stuff. I do remember times people in New York used to go outside and, do boop, 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 booyaka, booyaka. With their guns. Yeah. That's crazy. I'm not going to confess to actually having done that, but you use your imagination as to whether or not a Hank Strange would have ever done that in his lurid past.
There is a thing called the ground, too.
Oh, shooting into the ground?
Yeah. I mean...
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, there's also terminal velocity. I know there's a whole bunch of different things about that. We could probably start that debate all over again. But if you shoot around and it goes straight up in the air, it can only fall.
It'll come down and kill somebody.
Really? You think it'll come down? That bullet will eventually reach terminal velocity and fall faster than it went up?
So straight up and straight back down, it will not come down and kill somebody.
Sideways.
Yes, an arc will kill. So if you aim it at 45 degrees, it will arc back onto somebody.
Yeah. Where did that stupid ass tradition come from in the first place?
I have no idea.
Not that I'm confessing to ever having done it. But, we especially see this overseas. Is this this can't be just a overseas thing. Americans have been doing this for a long time, too.
No. Go to New Orleans. Go to New Orleans and listen. You can hear it.
So did the founding fathers do that?
Probably got one. They might have got one shot.
Yeah, boom. Okay, hold on. Let me. Wait, you gotta unpack. Put a round in, pack it down. Yeah. So there you go. Someone will let us know all the stuff going on with that. But yeah. So Walter, what about you? Are you gonna be back by? Because I think you're going.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be back. So you want to do New Year's Eve thing? You want to?
It's a possibility because that's going to be relatively early. It's not going to be like late. So.
Yeah. We could do it. We could start around the same time, and you know, if you want to, we can. If we get other people to jump on there, we could maybe stretch it out.
Yeah.
If
or maybe
guests come on.
Who didn't make it on the show that one time? Shooting Gallery New England. Maybe he can.
Oh, Shooting Gallery. I see him in the chat. Shout out to Shooting Gallery New England and everyone out there. I see 42 Chilled, Cruise Man is out there, Flying Rich is out there. He says he got his BOP swag. Shooting Gallery, Night Train is out there as well. So shout out to everyone that's out there. And let us know. You guys can chime in also and let us know if you want to do a New Year's Eve show. You want to join
if anybody,
us?
We got to have an audience, so if nobody cares,
yeah,
then why do it?
If you want to join us here, hang out and talk about stuff, we'll be happy to hear from you. And let's catch up with everyone here. Walt's obviously just speaking of his dinner. Walt's getting to eat some food here. Let's check in on Babyface. What's going on, Patrick? You got a gig yet?
No, I am a house husband for the time being. Marley, I told Marley if she can make enough money, I'll do it full time. But because I've been cooking and cleaning and she's been loving it. But no, interviews are. Well, I'm trying to round up some interviews. I personally don't think anything's going to come for the next month. I think maybe in January. Nobody hires at the end of the year. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
So I've resigned
only
myself.
fire-ins.
Yeah, I've resigned myself to make sure the house is nice and clean. Mm-hmm. And as long as we got that, I'm taking care of things around here. I can't complain too much. And I'm maintaining that I'm putting in resumes, trying to get interviews, trying to get stuff lined up.
Are you fixing
That's my
stuff up?
job.
Making yourself.
No, I was working on that. I don't even want to talk about it. I'm so mad. I spent an hour and a half at your place today filming a video just to realize that the gun wasn't working the way I wanted. So I have the footage. This is like the third time I've tried to film that video. Yeah. Walter, it's the Marlin Model 38, that pump gun I bought from you. It's the third or fourth time I filmed the video saying, look at this, and then it doesn't work right, so I came back home with my tail between my legs. And I figured out, I think the spring, so the whole mechanism, it's got this weird little internal thingy that pulls around out of the tube, raises it up, and then as you pump forward, it puts it in the chamber. I think the spring that was giving tension to the extractor was really loose. I took the whole mechanism apart, and that spring was like spongy. So I went digging. I found a spring that was a little bit stronger, same coil type. Cut it, put it in there. I definitely did not go in the backyard and shoot the dirt 10 times with high velocity ammo to make sure that it worked. But had I done that, I would say that 10 rounds went off without a hitch.
Okay. Yeah,
so, that gun, for anybody curious, that gun, over the weekend, I drilled the barrel out, put a sleeve, a 22 tube in, glued it in place, chopped it, threaded it, threaded it, reamed it, cleaned the muzzle, put it back together. So that's where I'm at with that. It's just every time I go, there's something else that I need to work on, and it's like I'm banging my head against a wall. But we'll get there one day. We will. Yeah. I will not give up on that gun. I did not pay a whole lot of money for it, so I can screw with it indefinitely. It's not like I have, $1,000 in a gun and it doesn't work.
I was actually worried about him for a minute, Walt, because he was out there when he first came. He was shooting, and then I was like, you know what's funny? I haven't heard this dude out there making any kind of noise. I was like, and I didn't see him leave either. So I was like, I wonder if he's still all right out there.
I was out there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you respond. Remember, I was texting you. I was like,
Yeah, you were like, "Is everything okay?" I'm like, "I'm just quiet because it's not working."
I'm like, fucking man, that's why it's not working.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the way it goes, though. You know, you're getting there.
I'll get it worked out. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. So what about you, Walt? Bless you. What's up with you, Walter? What have you been getting up to?
Thank you.
Let's see here. Over the weekend, Saturday.
Yeah.
God,
Flying Rich says you had a fire going.
last night we had a fire. Yeah, we had a fire in a fire pit in the backyard. First one of the year.
I watched the video last night, and I did hit the like button.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Let me
very
see.
much.
Yeah. Should be able.
It was
to
a
pull
nice
it up.
fire, nice and warm.
It was a very nice fire.
Yeah. God. Okay, let's go backwards because it's working better if I go backwards. So yesterday, I now remember what Saturday was. Saturday, around noontime, the construction company in the front of our building had a Christmas party, and they always invite us. So we went over and saw those guys, talked to them, and had a couple drinks and some of their barbecue and stuff. And then Saturday afternoon, one of the young men, he's not a boy anymore, that was in our Boy Scout troop, got married.
Oh. Cool.
Yeah. So we went to Victor's wedding.
What am I doing here?
The announcement that Peggy had said 2:00, and it was starting, right? This was over in St. Pete Beach, so we rolled up to the church. It's like at 1:50, and Peggy's like, "Oh, we're here. We got here just in time." I said, "Oh, we're all right. We're fine." We walk in the front door, and the thing had already started at 1:30. But we got there. You know, it was a Catholic mass, so it's a freaking hour long. So we caught the vows and got the good stuff, you know, the important stuff, and no problem. Then we went to reception and got home after all that rigmarole around 9:30, 10 o'clock, something like that. So but he one of our scouts. I mean, I've known Victor since he was elementary school. So
Behind a grasshopper.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Yeah,
So
and his parents and all that stuff too.
Right,
so.
because he grew up with your boys, right?
Basically, yeah. He's younger than Will, a little older than Spencer. So.
Okay, but you haven't gotten their butts married off yet, though.
No. I'm not holding my breath on any of that stuff. So,
that's probably for the best. That's probably for the best.
I can't. I didn't get married till I was 28, so.
Oh, okay.
You know, I mean, I had a lot of experiences before I got married. Which
not a bad
probably
thing.
for the better. Yes, for the better. I sowed some wild oats, so to speak. A couple, 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 8, 10, I guess.
Go easy.
So yeah, that'll happen. If it happens, it happens. If it don't,
yeah.
That's the way
Should we actually open up a market to marry off Will and Spencer? You know, do you want to
eligible bachelor?
Yeah, you know, can we?
You know,
could we put them out there like that?
Thinking about back during my time when I was eligible and looking around and everything else, I met Peggy at work, so that was. But the girl I was going out with before that, I met one night at a drinking establishment, but she had worked with my mother in the past and knew my mom already, so she kind of knew who I was because we graduated the same year at high school. But I didn't really have anything to do with her in high school. It wasn't like one of those things. So meeting people sometimes, I guess, it can be a challenge. If you're not in that environment where there's all kinds of women.
Nowadays,
every family business has its downsides.
Right.
You have to make, my opinion, you have to make an effort, and there's a lot of ways to do that nowadays that didn't even exist back when I was single.
But I don't like the nowadays ways. I like the old days ways where you met people in the world.
Yeah, well, that too. You have to get out in the world to meet people in the world, right?
Yeah, well, people don't get out in the world anymore. Yeah, that's what's going
So-
on. Patrick was going to chime in on something.
I was just
here.
gonna say it worked for us. I hate to admit it, but I met Marley on Tinder, and it totally worked out for us.
Oh,
so far.
I
Neither
thought
of
you
us
guys
have
met in
killed
the
each
real
other.
world. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought someone arranged that marriage.
No. It happened to work out for whatever reason. So
One day, someone came to poor Marley, and they're like, "We are marrying you off to this dude." You know, this is the,
He should
this
be
is,
so lucky.
This is the way it goes. No, so you guys met the new school way, you and Marley, huh?
We did, but it worked. It worked. Tinder is a total shit show, but for us, for whatever reason, it worked out.
Okay, well that's good. Yeah.
I mean,
Can't complain.
I'm not getting involved with all of it
Mm-hmm.
because that's not. I didn't have anybody pushing me in any direction, so I'm not going to push anybody else in any direction because that can be real annoying.
Man,
So,
I would not want to be out in this world today, man, with what people are getting up to and how they meet each other and all that, you know?
But, you know,
Yeah.
the same situation goes for the females, too. There's a lot of females that have a hard problem meeting people, too. So you just have to, you got to cross
tough.
paths.
Yeah. A lot of loneliness out there, you know, and a lot of incels.
So that was Saturday with the wedding stuff. I know weddings are like, well, this wedding, there was quite a few young people, but I think most of the women there were all spoken for. It wasn't like one of those weddings where there's a whole bunch of...
Yeah. Weddings are a good place to meet chicks, by the way.
Oh,
Very nice.
It is, unless everybody's taken.
Well, even so, sometimes, you know.
Yeah.
You know, women go to weddings, they get highly emotional. Stuff could happen, you know.
Yeah.
They're very emotional, so...
They get that feeling, you know.
No, I've totally never been in that situation before at a wedding with a bunch of women that their hormones are all activated. That's never happened to me. It's actually pretty dangerous.
I guess.
Yeah, but always a good place.
Oh.
Always a good place. Remember Wedding Crashers? That's what the whole movie was about.
Oh, okay. Sunday morning, we went to a friend of ours. My friend of mine's wife was having a birthday brunch, so we went to that at 10:30 and had ate some food and did all that stuff. And then in the afternoon, I was at the shop helping a friend work on some stuff. So
okay, very cool. We've got about 8 seconds here, and then we're going to go into the next thing. Cruiseman Bullis said, "I met my wife at work." Boom. Walther Arms has been making concealed carry handguns for over 90 years, starting with the PPK. Today, Walther is based in the good old US of A and still builds quality firearms like the PPQ and PDP for personal defense and competition. So when you're in the market, please consider Walther Arms. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Walther Arms. All right, we are back here with these guys. I was showing you guys, this is Safety Harbor Firearms right there. There's the fire. Always nice to check out a nice fire. You guys can go there. This is on Instagram if you want to check it out. Safety Harbor Firearms. Let's see. Let's look up Babyface P right here for a second.
I haven't posted in a while, I don't think.
Oh, well, no, I thought I saw it. No, you posted just yesterday or something.
I don't know.
Boom.
Oh, yeah.
What was this? Yeah, there you go. What is this?
the reamer.
Two different reamers. One is for a cylinder. One is not for a cylinder. And I learned the hard way what the difference is.
Yeah, what is this? Not all 22 LR reamers are the same. Okay.
What
is the difference?
This is the second time I've put a sleeve in that gun. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh shit! So one is for one is for a pistol chamber thing, and the other one's for a rifle.
Yeah, revolver 22 cylinders.
Okay.
The hole on a revolver cylinder is bigger than the hole on a rifle chamber. And I used the wrong one the first time around, and then I was like, "Holy crap! Look at the slop on this thing. Those rounds just wiggle all over the place."
Yeah, always put the right things in the right holes.
Oh.
Yeah, that's someone should teach you that right when you come out the womb.
In the words of Eddie Murphy, that's not it. That's not it.
Yeah. Oh, I see. And then, well, I'm guessing you want to talk about this. Looks like you got a new receiver there.
Yeah, we got it. We're waiting on it.
Enough. Yeah.
It's not ready yet.
Oh, okay. So there's Babyface P. He's baby_face P on the Instagrams for anyone who's looking to see that kind of stuff.
A lot of it's just shenanigans. That's what I like about Instagram is I just mostly post shenanigans.
Oh, okay. That's your...
Like you can see, did we talk about that one? Go back to my Instagram.
Wait, hold on a
the
second.
picture of the guy in the mask. Did we talk about that one?
Let's see. You click some... Oh, where's the mask?
Right there, with the guy in the green helmet on the right side.
Oh, is this right here?
That was a news article.
Oh, I didn't even see this. What is it? Let me read this for the folks. North Carolina
it's
assisted
dementia
living
fighting
facility
club.
workers accused of running dementia resident fight club. I don't know who I am. I don't know why I'm here. All I know is I must kill. And there's a guy. I remember when I remember this. That is really cruel, man. Shame on these people.
It was real.
Yeah.
I just thought the meme was funny, but yeah, if you want to go and see some gun stuff and then like a mix of stupid memes like that, that's
shame on those people. I mean, the meme is fine. I'm okay with that, but shame on those people for doing that. You know, like my mom had dementia and she passed and all that kind of stuff. You are messing with people's families, and I hope they catch up to your asses. That's what I think about that. Don't do that to the older folks of this planet. That's just not even cool, man.
Yeah.
That is not cool. So,
Yep.
yeah. Okay, so listen, do you guys want to there's a video out. Babyface, you're not in the video. You're not in the video.
Okay.
I don't know why Babyface is not in this. Why was Patrick not involved in this?
Patrick was you had something you had to do that day, Patrick. That's right. When we were out there
what
shooting
was the video?
I don't think he was here. So these crazy gun guys, Patrick, these crazy gun guys. Let's see
He was
if
there.
I could. Was
you
he there?
sure I was there that day?
I don't think he was there.
No.
I had a memorial and a bunch of other stuff going on lately, so I think I might have been out of town.
Yeah, you weren't there.
Yeah, I don't think he was there, and you know, my signal's not super awesome on the phone because we're using a completely different. So that's why this footage looks a little bit grainy here. But you're looking at two grown men struggling with shorties. Oh, here we go. Just caught up. Actually, you know what? I want to run back to this part. This is my favorite part right here when it starts.
When the mag drops out?
Yeah, it won't let me run. Oh, come on, run back. Oh, it won't let me run back to that for some reason. Why is that? Let's see. How do I do that? Make it run all the way back. Okay. I'm going to wait for it to load up. And then, okay, here we go. Here we go. This is the funny part, Patrick. You got to look at this for a second. I looked at this when I edited this video several times.
And laughing the whole time.
I was thinking to myself, here's Walter, here's Flying Rich. Their guns look real sexy, like we're seeing right here. This is a 308, very sexy short gun. Oh, this is not going to be loud and obnoxious and annoying at all.
Oh God.
here's Flying Rich's. Patrick, both of these things sound like 50s.
Oh, I bet.
They're worse than the 50s.
And Flying Rich didn't even win the competition that this gun was supposed to come from, which was just funny to me. Okay, here we go. So they're trying to get Lola to do short for them so they could show off on the. And here we go. And boom, magazine drop. So, yeah, you guys have to look at this video. It's a lot of fun. I think the shorties are fun. They're fun guns to do. They're fun, guns to.
And that's what they are too. They're
so.
fun guns. They're not meant to be serious. We're not meant to get feet per second. We're not worried about if we get if it keyholes it. Whatever.
It totally keyholes.
Doesn't matter. It's about the fireball.
Pretty sure. You know what? We should have done that. I didn't even remember.
I do want to set up some paper and shoot some paper at different distances and put up the chronograph and see what it actually.
Yeah.
Because I've had people say all kinds of weird ass shit about, oh, that's like a 22 now, and that's like this, and that's like that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand in front of it. Like,
oh
yeah, right. No way. Well, something can keyhole and still hit you.
Hell yeah.
And mess you up.
A lot.
It doesn't matter what spin is on that bullet. If it's hitting you, it's going to do some damage.
Yeah. So listen, what do you guys think about the thumbnail? Look at that thumbnail.
That's pretty cool.
That was pretty good, actually.
Yeah. I mean, I did a lot of work on that thumbnail right there.
And I got my typical my grimace is going on too.
Yeah. There's a lot of Photoshop in this thumbnail. Lots of Photoshop work. I'm going to say at least a good 10 hours Photoshopping. No, I don't think. No, was it that long? No, I probably didn't spend that long. I'll say about 4 hours or something. But yeah, it was a good video, I think, and a good conversation for people to have about super short guns. I saw actually Coleon Noir has a video on his channel about the FN Scar shorty.
Oh, shorty?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to feel about it.
It works. It works better.
I actually have a 12-inch scar barrel,
Oh, you do?
223 one.
Is that all it is?
Yeah.
It's
Well, his was
just-
a pistol. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
about.
Oh, so they're bringing it in as a pistol instead of
Yeah.
a rifle that you convert. Okay.
I've never installed it and tried it, but it was one of those things. I saw it at Knob Creek. I should have bought 10 of them when they were there because
That probably was a deal, right?
that $400 used barrel assembly that I bought, brand new ones go for like $1,200.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
That was the same. That was the same guy that had that really nice M1A barrel that I had. That whole assembly. And I think I didn't pay.
Yes. Yes.
I didn't.
I do know
I
what
didn't
you're
pay
talking
much. I didn't pay much for that either. And
about. You're gonna miss the
bunch of
creek,
those,
aren't
too.
you?
Oh
Yeah.
Oh, I already do.
Yeah.
I
Well, I
already
thought
do.
there's an alternative to the creek that's coming up. Chris Bullis says he didn't watch that video yet, but he commented on it when I posted on Facebook. He's not a fan of those, which lots of
The little
people-
minis.
Yeah, the little short guns. They get dirty
Well-
fast. So that's one.
Oh yeah. I was thinking about building an HK short one like that, like in 308. But I don't. I do have some. I don't know how many parts sets I have that I have to make. I don't know if I want to waste it on a short little one like that. I don't know.
I personally, you can still get set me parts kits for dirt cheap.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So if you're gonna, don't go for an HK one. Do a set me. Do a super
Yeah.
short set me.
Yeah.
And now I have all the tools, by the way. So
Yeah, but those aren't those very similar to the FN? Because all the FN and all of those are piston driven, right? Or no?
no, those are roller delay.
Oh, those
They're
are roller
It's
delay.
like a giant MP5.
So what's the FN? Is that piston?
That's Scar's piston.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah, that's
uh,
piston.
Short
Short
stroke
stroke
gas
piston.
piston.
Okay, so on the roller delay, is it trickier to set?
Actually,
up, or no?
I've heard it's not.
Okay. Because I think I've shot of short versions of those before.
Yeah, you shot
They-
that up at Aries one time.
Yeah, right, exactly.
HK
Yeah.
actually came out with back in the 70s, I want to say, a G3K, which is like 12.8 inches or something. So they actually designed a 13-inch 308 gun. So it is entirely doable. Well, anything shorter than that, I can't speak to, because that starts getting crazy. But
Yeah, if I'm gonna do one, I'll do a really obnoxious
7
MP5 inch size one.
MP5 with a massive brake on the end. That's
Right.
crap.
Maybe.
So Chris Bullis says that Walter won. I guess he's saying Walter won because Walter had the biggest fireball. I guess we can.
Yeah, 2 different calibers, my friend. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, that was that. And by the way, there is no augmentation on these fireballs.
Look
Yeah.
at the very end of the barrel. You can see the fire in the tip of the barrel.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can see it. You
yeah.
can see it on Rich's gun as well. If you really look,
Yeah.
if you zoom in on Rich's gun, you can see.
Yep.
By the way, there's no augmentation here. Now, Rich fired and got this fireball at a different frame than Walter firing and getting this
Did you
fireball.
add 2 frames together?
I had to splice the 2 frames together, but this is from the same episode or the same clip of them shooting, right? So these things happened about a second or 2 seconds apart, and then I just put it all together like that. But yeah, I mean Walter got 308. I mean
Yeah, it's got more powder. It's gonna
Yeah,
make more fire.
yeah, you're gonna get the bigger fireball on that, but they were both
Yeah.
equally freaking annoying in terms of
Yeah.
sound.
Equally freaking
Oh.
annoying.
Like I said, it's like somebody beating on your chest.
My tinnitus came
Yeah.
right back.
Oh yeah.
You know, sometimes like your tinnitus settles down, kind of like drifts away and you forget you have it.
That'll bring it back real quick.
And then someone shoots a 50 or a real short gun or something, right? And then I got an injury on this thing, which is really terrible.
I got no cut on his finger.
Yeah, a little.
One of my 308 shells went out and kissed him. The king.
You know what? I was looking for that video because I was like, man, I was holding a camera and then this thing happened to me. But I think I was holding your phone, Walt. So you
Yeah,
had that footage.
it's on my phone. Yeah.
Yeah. Because I was like, man, where the heck is I need the evidence of this shell casing destroying me. And then I was looking. Nope. don't have it. So Walter probably has it on there where I got injured, but I think I have a picture somewhere of. It was like a little speck of blood. It was like looked like if you get pricked with a needle and just one little drop of blood comes up. That's basically what happened. Someone was making fun of me in that video for that. That they said I was crying too much about just a little. I've had worse injuries. My worst injury was from a suppressor.
The burn that you got on your forearm or something?
Yeah.
That was bad.
That was pretty bad.
Laid your arm after we had put 100 rounds downrange in quick succession.
Right.
And then Hank either bumped into it or laid his arm down across.
Yeah, I think I went like right on it.
Yeah, you still have that scar on your wrist, don't you?
No, it's on. Is it on my? No, it's right here.
Yeah,
it's
you
right
burned
there
the hell out of yourself.
Let me see. I don't know if you could even see it anymore, but it's that thing right there. That's what that is.
I remember that. I was there that day, and
Oh yeah, that was the worst one. That was the worst one. I'm pretty sure. Did I cry like a baby?
I was there. Maybe after I left.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. So, yeah. So you guys need to check out that video. I don't know if Patrick has. Do you have any videos coming up?
Oh, and check it out and share it. Share it with your friends.
Share it. Yeah.
And your
helping get over the algorithm. Yeah.
I was going to have a video today, but that didn't pan out.
Why did you?
So I am working on a video. That receiver that you showed earlier is going to be getting a build series soon. I'm waiting on some space gun parts to come in. Because this video, first time in a long time, I can say the video is going to be quote unquote sponsored. So the receiver was donated as a sponsorship from Recreator Blanks. And then I have a whole host of Space Gat stuff coming in from PSA. Whole bunch of cool stuff. And we're gonna like upgrade it from wood furniture to like space gun cool stuff. So.
Oh, okay, yeah. When you say space gun, how spacey are we talking here?
It reminds you it's an AK, so it's gonna get like I think they have an M-lock rail, side folding stock. What else were we doing? Picatinny top cover. Like all the nice modern stuff you would want.
Oh, damn it! I thought you were gonna go like really outrageous and put like a big put a big flashlight on there.
No, that's part of the plan. I want to make it night vision ready, so be able to put slap a peck on the side, slap a flashlight on it, do some crazy stuff like that.
No, here's my night vision. You put a big old honking flashlight on.
You want one of those like million candela?
Yes, that's night vision. Yeah,
you just blind the deer.
Yeah, just bigger than that.
Yeah. This one with new batteries will freaking amaze you. These batteries are dying here, so.
Yeah, but you guys remember what I was talking? You ever saw those big flashlights that you hold?
I remember those. Yes, I remember.
Yeah, well, like a 6L mag light,
yes, like that big, like your face. Yeah, that would be awesome on an AK, I think.
We can do that. So this AK is being built with the idea that I'm not going to keep it like pristine AK. We're gonna whatever we think we can do with it, we're gonna go for it. There's no harm in upgrading this kit. So
yeah. I see Rich says he doubled up on the Air Pro when we were doing that.
I would imagine you would need to.
Yeah. So what? So are those? Did you guys do any work on those guns? Are they running any better?
Oh, all we had to do that day when they weren't running was clean. Rich has just cleaned the chamber out and lube them up really well. Mine was acting up a little bit. I put a little oil on it and started running just fine. So, yeah, there's a lot going on and a lot that shouldn't be going on in that short little space. And they get dirty fast. And I saw there were people complaining you didn't use the right gas system. You didn't do this right. You didn't do that right.
It's like a 5-inch 308. What do you mean right gas system?
There isn't. No one makes one for that. Yeah.
There is no right gas system because I had first put a single pistol gas tube on it. It was tearing the extractor off the back of the case because the case doesn't have any time to contract enough so it can extract.
Yeah.
So then I was like, okay, well. I knew this was going to happen. This was not a surprise. So I said, let me get the pigtail Or no, let me put the adjust. I can't which one I did
Yeah,
first. but
well,
I ended
so
up-
did you ever try? What's the name of the company that makes the one that looks like a muffler? You know what I'm talking about?
But you can't get it pistol length. They don't make that pistol length.
They don't make a pistol one. Because remember,
No.
Franklin
I have
Armory
that-
owns that company now that makes
Yeah,
that. It adjusts itself, right? It moves.
I have that on a carbine here, and it runs great. We ran a
Oh, okay.
semi and full auto. It runs fine.
Yeah. What's the name of
But-
that thing? I always forget that thing. I forgot that. Someone out there. What's the name of the auto or the self-adjusting gas piston thing? It looks like a muffler and it moves up and down and just does the. Someone out there is
Yeah.
gonna tell us.
I don't know.
Yeah, I thought you've seen this before, Patrick.
I may have, but I can't picture it right now.
Yeah. What the heck is the name of that company? I know I've done a video on it. Those are cool.
Yeah,
So
well-
that doesn't work on the pistol, you're saying?
No, it's too short.
Okay.
It's too short. That's carbine length. So what I did worked in the end. I just had to adjust the adjustable gas block a little bit, and I wanted it so it could shoot different ammos too. I didn't want to tune it just for one brand of ammo. So I've shot is IMI surplus from '69. I've shot brand new, recently new Turkish 308, and then I had some Malaysian 308, and I got it set right. Well, it runs pretty much on all of it. So, and it's not doing crazy extraction where it's throwing like behind you. It's kind of tossing it out to the side. So that's what it's supposed to be doing. So
I like how Walter's idea of regular ammo is some old.
Yeah,
It's not
floor
actually
sweepers.
regular ammo.
It's old shitty floor sweep.
Yeah.
well, this is all
It's not
All
normal
full-
ammo.
full metal jacket stuff, all military type
Uh,
ammunition.
what's the name of the companies this ammo is coming from?
Well, IMI is Israeli.
Okay. All right.
Then there
All
was
right.
there's Malaysian stuff. I don't know the name of the company, but it's Malaysian surplus. And then there's the Zenith. It was imported by MKE actually. The MKE
Okay.
Turkish ammo.
See, these are not normal.
I do know the names, you turd.
But
I
no,
know
what
them.
I'm trying to say, this is not your normal ammo. Did we even try a
No.
308 from Fort Scott in there?
No, I did not. No.
No. See, we didn't do that. And then what's some regular brands that are out there like that make 308?
Remington and
Yeah,
Winchester.
we didn't try it. Yeah, that's some normal. That's your normal ammo.
I ain't got none of that normal stuff you call normal.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, you didn't do the regular. It
We
didn't
didn't
run
shoot-
everything.
We didn't shoot any soft point in it. No.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like High Point Firearms and Full Forge Gear, bags and gear for everyday life. Did you know High Point is an American family-owned and operated company located in Ohio with over 30 years of manufacturing experience? High Point is proud to be the home of the working man's gun and your source for affordable handguns and carbines with a lifetime warranty. So when you're in the market, please consider High Point.
Yeah, so let's check in on the Discord actually while we're doing this to see if anyone's thrown anything up on the Discord. There you go. What is it? Santa getting ready for his trip to Philly later this month. I've seen this meme. Since we're in our Christmas thing, it said, Santa gonna need a machine gun.
Yeah.
I don't know, what is this, a Glock? I don't know, I can't even see it. Santa gonna need more than that in Philly. Yeah. If he
Just
goes
get
to
Santa.
Chicago, huh?
Get Santa a minigun. That's what get Santa a minigun.
Serious body armor, armored vehicle might help. You know, yeah.
That's I guess I gotta go. I'll be back
Okay,
myself.
all right. Well, okay. Yeah, it's gonna take a little bit more than that out in Philly. You know what? I was just thinking. There's a whole bunch of things here on the Discord. Let's see. Did we talk about this?
We haven't looked at. I haven't looked at the Discord in a couple days now.
Yeah, there's some FTX stuff up there. They arrested this dude in the Bahamas.
I'm so happy. I had no money in FTX, but I want him to do real prison time. Like I really do.
Man,
Even though I'm not invested in it at all.
Yeah, but I feel weird. I don't think that dude is gonna make it, man. I think he's gonna get Epstein. When he comes to America, he doomed.
Wouldn't surprise me. I wonder if has it been said if he's fighting extradition at all?
No, oh no, he's not fighting it. That prison he's in the Bahamas is not fun, my friend.
Oh, so he's ready to come to the States.
Yeah, this guy's been living a billionaire lifestyle. Supposedly he's vegan. And so in the prison there's no vegan menu. Now he was living in a sex commune, so the prison's probably very similar to that. He's probably getting the similar treatment over there, but the food is terrible.
The food sucks.
Yeah. So he wants to be extradited to America, allegedly.
Unless you like wieners.
Yeah.
It's all a scam. Everything there was a scam, and I want to see it all burn.
It was a.
I still like the idea of crypto being the Wild West.
Mm-hmm. There is regulations though on crypto. There are regulations.
It's not the same. It's not the same as the stock exchange or things like that. I still like the fact that it's a little Wild Westy.
Yeah, but it is managed by the same people that manage the stock exchange. What is that, by FEC?
These small regulations that are there, yes.
Yes.
They were also in a foreign country, so they could potentially get away with more.
Right. So I think, is Walter coming back? Oh, let's see. Hold on a second.
I heard a voice.
Yeah. Hey, Walt. Everything good?
Hello.
What's up?
They haven't went in yet. They're there, but they haven't went in yet. So.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, the gate's locked, so there's a lock on the gate, so they might have to cut it off. So, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know if we want to fill folks in on what's going on here.
We'll just keep moving on with that.
Yeah. Okay. So, the thing I think about, the whole crypto space is that we don't really want a lot of regulation going into it. Obviously, there should be rules. That guy went to the Bahamas, so he didn't have to follow the rules if they were here in America so far as having an exchange. And that's what allowed him to steal this money more easily. But it's not to say that, you can't steal money here, because it happens all the time. Bernie Madoff was here and he stole money. I think in the long run, this whole thing, though, is going to be good for crypto, because it may get more people thinking about crypto, understanding what's happening. And, we have an understanding of it because we hold TUSC, and we've had the folks from TUSC talking to us about crypto. And what people don't realize is that crypto, there's folks out there who think that you can use crypto to do bad things and no one could track you. It's actually the opposite.
No, crypto, the blockchain is easily, it's not easily trackable, but it's a chain.
It's a paper, it's a paper trail.
Chain backwards.
Yeah.
And you can see, if you have somebody's crypto wallet number, you can absolutely go in and look at any transactions that have come and gone from that wallet. Mm-hmm. So it's not...
If you do bad things, it's not going to help you. Now, at the same time, when we talk about rules and stuff, there's banking rules in America. Banks cannot discriminate, right? So if I walk into a bank and a bank says, "No, sir, we don't like what you look like, we're not going to deal with you," that's illegal. But guess what? The banks are still doing that. They're doing that to gun companies. They're not allowed.
Hello.
Yeah. So.
Hello.
I think that this is what I like about crypto, this is maybe what we'll have to go to deal with these banks and other corporations that are activists, or I don't know what the hell they call themselves.
Woke.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's something to deal with that, but do you need to be careful of what you do, whether you're dealing with a bank or you're dealing with crypto or the stock market? 100%.
It's one of those things, if it seems too good to be true. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe it is.
There have been so many pump and dumps and rug pulls in crypto because people have... Crypto is nothing more, to me, currently, is nothing more than money from the 1850s, where people were, you can find money easily. You do this and this and this, before there was all sorts of regulations.
Each state had their own currency.
Yeah,
like during the Civil War, and
now with them rug pulling and pump and dumping all the time, it's easy enough for somebody to come along, make it look like a crypto coin is, buy up a crap ton of it, make it look like it's going up, which brings more people in to make it go even higher. They sell at the top, and then everybody else loses. It's like snake oil salesman. It's the same.
For
It
sure,
feels the same to me.
yeah, for sure that's going on. I think that kind of things always happen. People are inventing currency. All currency
that's the
is
thing.
invented, including the dollar, right? The dollar used to be backed by gold. It's not currently. Hasn't been.
I feel like this has always been going on since the dawn of time.
Yes.
People robbing other people for currency.
Well, a
whatever
human being
currency
picks up a nice shiny flat stone and he goes, you know what? This is very valuable. This shell, we used seashells for money at one point, right? I'm not making this up. So someone goes, ooh, this is very valuable. This is worth a bushel of your crops over there, and someone traded for that. What's up, Walt?
When the white dogs were in their ships, and they were like down in the South Pacific and places like that, nails, washers, nails. The tribal people, they didn't have no metal, so you get a nail, man, you can make an awesome fish hook out of a nail, right?
Yeah. For sure.
So that was like currency to those people. That was
Well, there's parts of Africa, including the western parts of Africa, where people like myself would be descendants of, right? So folks from the Caribbean or here in America, the black descendant of slaves, we all came from West Africa. And in West Africa and other parts of Africa, little beads were currency. Cloth was currency. So
women from the other tribe,
people. This is how the whole thing happened. This
how
is
it all
how we
starts.
Yeah. So
supply and demand.
Yeah. So this is a human being thing, I think, like Patrick was saying, right? We've always been doing this shit, and we've always been trying to find a better money, and it doesn't mean that crypto, based on technology, it could be the better money. The part where I can't argue with Patrick is what's securing it?
Again, at the same time, the Wild West is kind of fun. Like, there's an excitement to the Wild West.
Oh, sure there is, yeah.
But you need to know what you're doing. Yeah.
You need to understand that you might lose your wagon on the journey west.
Yes, that's exactly correct.
Yep. Yeah, things could get bad. Night Train says Richard Nixon took us off the gold standard, and it turned out that John F. Kennedy intended to dismantle the Federal Reserve. Too bad he got wasted.
And that's why he's not here anymore.
I know. Did you guys see the stuff that they're supposed to release all of this information about that, but they're refusing? Yeah.
Trump was supposed to do all that shit too, and he didn't do any of it either.
Because Trump became president, and they told him about the alien overlords, and he shut up after that.
Okay. I did some digging into the quote-unquote conspiracy theories. It really feels like the CIA knew what was coming and just let it happen.
Oh, it feels like they 100% did it, man. That's why the head of the CIA is always the current head of... So all of this information about the Kennedy assassination is supposed to be public knowledge. Everything. Nothing redacted by now from 60 years ago, but the CIA head always comes up and says, nope, don't release this. Don't release everything. Right?
They don't release stuff from World War II. A lot of the stuff about the German programs that they were working on nuke stuff and all these different programs.
Operation Paperclip, all the bad guys.
I mean, the stuff that was going on in France and in all those countries, they've got all that stuff buried so deep you can't find it.
Yeah. Why did everyone go to Argentina? Walt, I'm going to ask you this.
Because they got good beef there, that's why.
Okay. Okay, that's some extraordinarily good beef. But that's true, right? A lot of those Nazis...
Well, look, because that was their hood. That was their hood. That's where there was brothers from the same mother down there. So everybody goes down to the same place because because humans gather with people that they're like themselves.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
That's nature.
And
they had a very friendly environment too, by the way. Nobody was hunting them down until
Yeah. So you're saying it had nothing to do with the Hitler clones. Right?
I would like to state for everybody's, that I had nothing to do with this Hitler clone statement.
Whoa! What happened? What is that?
Because I'm
not wearing a mask. Okay, so I'm not Kanye Westin out here. Come on. Why did all these dudes go over there? I was actually just flipping through our text chat. Look at this picture I found, Walt. that you sent of your shirt. Look at that.
That's what I was like. I was like,
Oh,
Walt looks like, oh my god.
I mean,
About to
my
pop.
breasts are too big. For
yeah. You gotta push it, bro.
that.
Here's one of me. Here's me and Lola. Hold on, let me see. Boom.
That's a beautiful. Look at Lola. Lola's beautiful there. You know.
Yeah, but
And then
Lola's
there's
got
you.
on a small. Yeah, there's me. Mine is a little tight. You can't see it here, but I'm sucking in my gut.
Well, and you saw what I you know what I texted Hank? I said, "How the fuck you fit in that?" That's what I sent to him.
It's called not breathing. It's not easy. It's not easy to button these up all the way. You know?
Hey, look
No,
at it,
they're
to me when I
very-
suck it up.
Tight.
It's good on a it's cold. It's freaking
Yeah.
cold out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to go back and look at all the different things we were talking about. We were talking about, actually right now this segment is brought to us, by Full Forge Gear, of course, and our friends at High Point. That's what the hat is about. Is the Yeet Cannon, we're at the end of the year, right? Just to get to some gun stuff. Is the Yeet Cannon about to come out? Is it
I
out?
don't know. I'll tell you, it's SHOT Show since you're not going.
Yes, I'm not going to be going there, but we're going to do something from there.
I would love to go, but
Yeah,
I think
Patrick,
leaving
this
my
is-
wife and our newborn at home would be
no.
terrible.
Come on, Patrick, this might be good.
Oh God, she might divorce me for that. Yeah.
This might be a good
Yeah,
opportunity, Patrick.
You'd be on the shit list forever.
Oh God, I would never. What's the dates on SHOT Show?
Starts on the 17th of January.
It'll be like
Yeah.
a week after our kids.
When is Chrome Magnum dropping? Before or after?
10th is the expected date.
Uh-oh.
That's Chromius. That's Chromius Vandius.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I think she'll kill me.
Crovandium.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might not die. You should run this past
Torture
Marley.
me.
You should run this past Marley and see
Oh no,
what
hell. When she gets home shortly, I'll ask her and we'll see.
We
what she
need
says
you to
live.
be our reporter on the ground.
We'll see what she says live on air.
Because I can't go. We need you to be our man on the ground.
I have a feeling I know the answer, but we'll find out.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
think,
Mute your thing. At that point. Don't yeah, but if you're extra nice, to Marley, it could work.
Chromius Vandius.
Yeah. You get the you get some
Hey Mar, while I'm
nice
unemployed,
oil.
let me spend, I don't know, close to $1,000 in hotels and airfare while you're home nursing the newborn. Yeah.
Right. This could help you out here, man. Think of all the
Oh,
how
yeah.
many companies are
Yeah,
emailing me trying to find out if I'm going to SHOT Show?
It could help me out by getting me murdered in my sleep.
Patrick, and you know what? You might miss one of the most spectacular moments in that baby's whole life, the first real dump it takes.
Oh,
Oh
Lord.
God, I've heard rumors and I don't want to be
Green.
there.
It's going to be green.
Oh, I've heard that. Oh.
Edward Andrews says schmedium.
As long as you know where it comes from, it's not too bad. So.
Yeah. So let me see. I'm gonna go search High Point. Let's see if High Point has a thing, because I thought I saw something from High Point. Here we go.
We
High
haven't had
Point
Dave on
Firearms.
in a while, have we?
Yeah, we need to get Dave. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like they had an illness. Someone got sick. So, what is this?
That's a wannabe. That's not the U-Cannon.
Oh, this is not
Well,
it.
it is from High Point.
Yeah, High Point.
I
put
know,
this
but
out.
I don't think that is the U-Cannon. I don't think that's...
It's got their symbol. It's got
at the
the grip. The grip has got their High Point logo.
Oh,
the
maybe
same
it
one
is.
on my hat.
Maybe it is.
Let's see. What's this? Yes, the laser engraved Yeet Cannon will be optional. Have an awesome weekend. So, are they? This is the question I'm asking. Are they teasing this thing? Because look,
I don't.
here we go again. No, this is the classic. No, this is a classic. This is not the
Yeah, I was
new
gonna
one.
say.
Yeah, that's a classic. So I'm just wondering, are they teasing us with something here? What's the deal? We need to know this, Patrick, and I think you need to go.
You can try all you want, but it is not happening.
No.
I like my testicles right where they are. Thank you very much.
So I heard there's a new Glock, same as the old Glock.
Yeah, what's up with
yeah.
this 47 or whatever it is, 40?
Okay, so I did research for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
It is a Glock 17 with the recoil system of the Glock 19. That's literally all it is.
Okay, what?
So the uppers will be interchangeable with a Glock 19. You could put the 47 upper on a 19 and have a small frame long slide. You could put... you can interchange. Because remember, a 17 and a 34, the barrels and recoil springs are different. So
Okay.
from what I
So I'm
Go ahead,
showing
Walter,
this
sorry.
picture. I was showing this picture for Mr. Guns and Gear right here. This looks like one of his
Yep.
B channels because Guns and Gear, unfortunately, is always getting hit up by these bastards. He says, yeah, according to multiple media outlets, the Gen 5 Glock 47, 17 length slide, 19 length recoil assembly, MOS, is coming to the American civilian market in 2023, following SHOT Show.
From what I understand, it was not intended for the civilian market. They made it for like a Department of Homeland Security contract. I guess they had a crap ton of 19 parts. They wanted 17s, but they didn't want to. They had, with those sort of contracts, you have boatloads of springs, you have boatloads of barrels, you got all the extra accoutrement that went with it. This kind of bridged the gap between the 19 and the 17, and it made it more where you can take parts off of one, put it on the other. That was the idea, was to make help with a contract that was cheaper for the government. And then, like all us dummies, I'll probably end up buying one too, because why not?
I am really confused now.
Yeah.
I don't. What's the point? What's the?
It's the point is for the civilian market, there really is no point.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
No, absolutely, no. I'm not even being facetious. There really is no point other than people
No,
want to
really,
say, "Well, I have the Glock 47."
Yeah,
Yeah.
so listen, I'm a Glock guy. I love Glock stuff, right? I'm a Glock guy. But I nowadays am more interested in older Glocks than newer Glocks. So I'm not saying I'll never get this new Glock, but I'm more likely... So I have a Gen 1 Glock, by the way. Do you guys know that?
Yes. Well, the fans might not, but I do.
Yeah.
I would love to have one too.
Yeah.
Wait, do you have a Gen 1 Glock or do you have the P80?
I have the P80 and I have a Gen 1 Glock. Don't you guys remember?
Oh.
Yeah.
When did you pick up a Gen 1?
I got it from used from that place in Ocala. Remember my buddy Bubba Roadkill told me that he saw one over there?
Was it like $1,200 or something?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mommy, stop! Tell him to stop.
I think
Did
it was
come
1,000
with the
something.
Tupperware and everything, or was it just the gun?
Oh no, it didn't come.
God,
with the
you
Tupperware.
paid so much money.
I
anyways.
believe you needed some lubrication on that one. Yes.
Yeah.
So, Walter was talking about. Wasn't Walter talking about a deal recently where you could get the?
Yeah, Gen 2s.
Gen
Surplus
2s?
has Gen 2s in.
Police trade Gen 2s. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you order some of those, Walt?
No, I did not. I already have a Gen 2. I don't need one.
Oh, damn it. Okay.
Walter did it because I've been saying I wanted.
With Armslist, you can shop the extensive list of local and nationwide firearms classified, now with more confidence because of their built-in firewall. For only $6.99 a month for personal use, or $30 a month for business vendors, so when you're in the market, please consider Armslist. We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of great companies like Armslist.
Okay, boom. Yeah, we are back. Mm-hmm.
I've been saying that I've wanted a Gen 2 for a while.
Yeah.
It just so happens that they announced that they had these Glock trade-ins like 2 days after I got fired, and I was like, yeah, I ain't buying a gun right now.
I'm trying to see the link. Where the hell is that link where Walter sent it? Is this still available?
It's in our chat somewhere.
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Aim Surplus had them. They put out a mailer like a week ago with them. They were a little expensive. I think they wanted like $419 for Gen 2s.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
What's a good price? What is a good price then for a Gen 2? If
it's a used Glock 17, it shouldn't be more than like $350 in my book.
Yeah.
But they hiked the price because it's a Gen 2.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it did. Yes.
So Chris Bullis says if PSA does that with the dagger, he might be in. You know PSA is going to do that. So.
But why?
Oh, because people like that. People like having that kind of setup. It's more concealable. Dudes used to do that with the Glocks themselves, right?
Yeah, good a long slide on a 19.
Yes.
Make it
Okay, so
long
it's a 19 slide on a 17 frame.
No, it'd be the opposite. A
the grip.
17 slide on a 19 frame.
Yeah. So it's a
Oh,
shorter
okay.
grip,
Grip
more concealable.
With a
but-
long
yeah.
sight radius.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, from everything that I read, because I looked into this a couple weeks ago when I heard some rumblings of it on 4chan of all places. The reason they did this was just simply for a contract. It made it simpler instead of I think it was DHS. Instead of them going out and buying 17s and then having non-swappable parts, this makes some of the parts more swappable between the 17 and the 19. So conceivably, you could take that long ass barrel, put it in a 19, put the guide rod in, and you would have, I don't know, that much sticking out the end.
Okay,
but it
still,
would work.
Okay, listen. At some point, I am a Glock guy. How many
I am
Glocks
too.
do I have? I've got like probably about 15 Glocks.
I went into the safe the other day and I was like, God damn, I didn't even remember I had that Glock in there.
But I have to say this though. Damn it, Glock. Can you do some new shit? I mean,
Again,
come on.
It was never intended for the civilian market, but the stupid civvies are like, I gotta have it. It's like,
But
why?
seriously,
Why do you need to have it?
seriously
It's
though,
useless.
Glock,
It's
come
pointless.
on. Come on, Glock. Come on now. Come on.
They make so much money. Do you think they care?
Come on. They gotta stop this nonsense. They gotta stop this nonsense. Even Glock guys are gonna be like, yeah, okay, I'll just wait. There's not gonna be any rush to buy it.
There's no reason to buy a Glock 47 unless you have to have the swappability of barrels and fire. And,
I wish Glock do something sexy. Look, okay, here. Look at
you know
this.
how to.
Look at this, Glock. Do something sexy like that, polymer, integrally suppressed, some like this doesn't have side charging, but do something interesting.
That's not for them though.
Just asking.
That's not their market. Their market is going after police departments and government agencies, and all they care about is making that big tax dollar.
Glock also
So-
probably doesn't really like Americans, I'm sure, and they
I've
don't like
wondered about
us
that.
They probably don't like us gun-toting Americans either.
I mean, this Smyrna, Georgia plant, they have to be gun lovers there. But I
Oh,
wonder
the
if
folks there,
Austrians,
yeah.
like-
We've had guys from Glock that work for Glock here in America on the show in the past, but man, I
wonder
don't
if
really
the
know.
Austrians turn their nose up at us.
Probably. Are they even
As
going to
long
SHOT
as-
Show? Mm-hmm. Go ahead, Walt.
I said, as long as all the Glock boys, aka Hank Strange, continue to buy Glocks, they will continue to sell pistols.
I'm done. I'm getting.
That's exactly it.
Oh, I don't believe it's you. You're
I'm
not
done. Look at what I got right now. Look at this. Look at that. I gotta block my eyes off. Look at that. P320.
It's on the wall behind me. I don't have mine.
And by the way, I gotta do some shout outs here. Hold on. I gotta take off the high point hat for a second. Oh, look at the hair. Nice. Check this out. Boom! Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
you got one of those? Everybody
Oh,
else.
yeah.
got
Look at
those
that.
things.
Boom. Oh, yeah.
I didn't get one. I want one.
Okay. Shout out to JSD
I-
Supply. What's up?
Nice hat, but I don't wear hats like that.
You don't wear a
It's
beanie?
not that cold usually.
You never- It's
I mean,
freaking
not
cold.
really that- Oh,
It's
I mean,
cold
come on.
outside. It was 40-something degrees last night.
Oh, it was here too. That's not that bad. Come on.
It got pretty cold last
That's
night.
cold.
I had to shift
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
I actually
actually,
turned the heat
it was
on.
it was cold. It was colder than that probably where you're at because at Cedar Key it was 34. So
I think it was colder than that here. I'm trying to look and see. I don't know what it's going to be tonight. It
It
doesn't
was-
feel that bad tonight.
it was 44 here in the morning. So and usually
Could be
10 to
colder.
15 degrees.
I think it got down to 35 last night.
I don't know if you guys have looked at the weather for
Christmas.
but it's going to be cold on Christmas.
Up where you guys are at, it's going to be effing cold, and it's going to be
yeah.
windy.
Geez, I
too, they
think.
say.
Yeah.
Windy.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm excited. We haven't had a cold
I love
Christmas
that.
in so many years.
I throw these hats on. I'll throw
I love
on.
beanies.
Yeah, I'll throw
Yeah.
on my nice jackets. I used to have all these awesome leather jackets and stuff like that when I lived in New York. I got a couple still left around, Lola, I had to buy Lola a bunch of puffy jackets because of that whole thing that happened this year.
Did she ever get hers figured out?
I had to buy her a bunch of different puffy jackets. So she has
because
several.
of one mistake by the company.
Yes. So
She didn't just go get another one.
and
Yeah,
recently
yeah.
I actually signed up as a member of REI, so I might have a nice little puffy jacket on the way.
I think
Yeah.
REI is they're leftists for the most part.
They are.
Yeah,
They're commies.
a lot
They
of these guys are. Now,
Yeah,
I
it's
do
unfortunate.
want to give a big shout out to JSD. Let me show this hat again to JSD Supply for the hat there. Thank you very much. It's very comfortable. It doesn't itch.
Oh,
You know.
it looks comfortable.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I don't know if you guys saw this, but on the Instagrams, I actually put out a little Christmassy thing for this. Let's see, let's play it there. You guys can't hear the audio or anything here because we would get in trouble, but it's Nat King Cole, the Christmas song. There you go, and they sent a nice card. Look at that knife that my letter opener actually.
Ah, I've seen one of those before.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys that here in a second, and this 320 here. We've got parts that came. Some stuff came from Barnauls, some stuff came from JSD Supply. That's how we made all of this happen here. And some stuff for the haters is from Olight, for anyone who wants to, hate on us because we're the poors, because we got Olight, because all the other lights are not made in China at all. So whatever.
Yeah,
but
keep telling yourself.
yeah, do what you got to do out there in the world. But that is really cool. And by the way, look, if you guys want to throw up some knives, check it out. This is not really a knife; it's a letter opener. Look at that.
Made from a railroad tie.
Yeah, let's see. Can I get it to focus? I gotta block my eyes. No, cannot do it.
Did I tell you guys a story about focus and a video camera in the old days?
What?
I heard a story, a completely different subject. I was watching an aviation channel, and they were talking about the F-117 stealth fighter, and they were talking to one of the men that flew it back in the day, and he said he was in an air show one time, and it was on display, and they had it all guarded off and everything, and there was a couple there and a guy with an old, VHS video camera, and he's trying to take video of the stealth fighter, and that does the distance stuff with an IR signal or a IR beam, and it wouldn't focus on the F-117.
Oh, because it has IR
Because the coatings and stuff
deflecting it, yeah.
and stuff. Yeah.
And then he stood in front of him, and then it focused. But when you walk away, it wouldn't focus on them.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I've never thought about that.
So I still see that with stuff that's matte black. It's not always, but
Certain colors are very hard to get to focus. Yeah.
Yeah. So there is still a lot of that going on. And speaking of focus, I'm gonna go ahead, Walt. You could talk. I'm gonna switch to my phone here so I can look at the details of that
I've
this
got one of
railroad
those somewhere here. You got me one of those.
Did I get you one of these?
Yeah, somewhere around here.
Every now and then I like to take it out. It's nice.
Every now and then I like to take it out. Yeah.
That too. you gotta knock the cobwebs off from time to time.
that F-117 and that same little thing, that show I was watching, they took one. They gave one to the Pima Air Museum. That's out west, but they pulled off all of the absorbing materials along the leading edges, and instead of the thing being black when it got out there, it was like a white color or a gray color, because they took off all the cool stuff off of the skin
All the
of
secret
the plane.
stuff.
Yeah.
Yep. Those Blackbirds were cool as hell.
They still are.
Super
Isn't
cool.
there a new?
Yeah.
Isn't there a new one? Isn't there a new stealth?
Bomber. We just got a new bomber.
B-21 or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it does it fold wings or something like that?
No, it's a flying
No.
wing. The same. It's just smaller size than the original one.
What is
than
the
the B2?
Okay, I thought I was seeing a plane that actually folds, that has these folding wings kind of a thing.
There was a bunch of stuff on the interwebs about some like SR-71 replacement supersonic stealthy plane thing. But I think it was all stuff, all digital stuff that was
Oh,
put
okay,
out
it wasn't
there.
real. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was seeing something like that. Okay, I want to do another shout out here before we keep going here. And this is going to be relative to something I want to talk about. But Eric Pratt, I saw him recently from GOA, right? He has a book out. It's called Firing Back by Eric Pratt. And if I hide my face, maybe it'll focus on it. No, not
It
if I...
did.
Yeah. So
It did.
anyway, it's called Firing Back: How to Counter Anti-Gun Propaganda and Become a Better 2A Activist. And I got it signed here several times from him, actually. I don't know if you guys can see that, though. There you go. So we should have him come on and talk about this. It's only in book form, so it's not in audio form yet. I was telling him you should do an audio for it. So I'm actually going to have to, like, read words and all of that. So I'm going through this, but we'll have him come on. The reason why I want to tell you guys about that is that there's some stuff going on in Virginia that we can use your help with, and I wanted to call everyone's attention to this. And so if you have friends or you are in Virginia, GOA has a link. Lola put it in the description of this video. You guys could go through that. There's this whole thing going on, but GOA needs your help to convince Virginia's Republican Attorney General Jason, I'm going to say it's Miyares, to stand up for the Constitution and defeat the impending background check laws. So there's a whole link that you can go through with GOA that takes you to the website, and then you can pre-fill stuff and send out emails and all that. You get the phone numbers to call. But, he's a Republican. He's in Virginia. He says he believes in the Constitution and he's pro-gun and all that kind of stuff. And we need to get these guys to actually stand up for the Second Amendment. I don't know if Walter or Patrick have had a chance to see any of this.
I saw on Instagram Crump posted something about it, but that's as far as I had a chance to look into.
Crump has a good video, and here it goes. Virginia, this guy needs help doing the right thing. So I have a post out on social media about this. So, and I believe that Paul from Legally Armed America just got a video up, I think, but Crump does have a good video that breaks down the whole thing going on there.
The politicians in Virginia right now, I think, are terrified of getting voted out next session because of, how they barely got in previous session. So I think they're terrified of making any decisions because it's going to get used against them. That's my opinion. That's my thought on it.
You know what? Be that as it may. So are you talking about they don't want to do pro-gun stuff, or they're afraid not to do pro? Because I think
I think so. I think they don't want to do anything pro-gun, even though Virginia's a hard state. I don't know if it's a winning thing in their state. Here in Florida, it's obviously a winning topic.
Yeah,
there are lots of lefties there. I don't know how politics plays out in their state.
I mean, Virginia was kind of getting lost, and then they kind of came back, and they got rid of a really bad governor. There's a lot of stuff going on.
I think those folks are afraid to lose it next next term, though, is my
But we need to keep the pressure up on these guys, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, especially when it's Republicans. I can give you guys, if you find this you find the link in our description here, or you go through any of the social media stuff. It's from Eric Pratt. It says, I need you to contact Virginia's Attorney General, Jason Miyares, right away, because he is the key to repealing gun control in Virginia. And you can add your name to this pre-written letter. And then there's also a 800 number that you can call. And he says, let me explain the situation. When the anti-gun Democrats took over all the levers of power in Richmond under Governor Northam, they quickly passed several gun control restrictions. One of those anti-gun laws imposed universal background checks, which requires practically every transfer of a firearm to require a background check and paperwork at a licensed gun dealer. As you know, this law is clearly backdoor gun registration. GOA and the Virginia Citizens Defense League challenged the law and achieved an historic victory exempting young adults from the law. But we are not content to just settle for a partial victory. We want to strike down this law so that no one's gun purchases are registered. This is why GOA and VCDL have informed Attorney General Miyares that we plan to continue our lawsuit to bring down the entire law. Unfortunately, Attorney General Miyares is not willing to support our efforts and still insists on enforcing and defending the unconstitutional law passed by anti-gun zealots. So this is the reason why they need the folks out there in Virginia especially to contact these guys and say, hey, I'm a voter. I don't like this. Help us get rid of these laws. we're gonna need some of this in Florida, to be honest. So I hope this works.
Don't those people swear an oath to uphold the Constitution and da 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 da?
Yeah.
You are
Did you
being
raise
too
your-
logical.
Did you raise your
never
hand over
mattered.
that Bible
Yeah.
thing and all that, or whatever your book is, and
Yeah.
you,
Yeah. Well, listen, I think sometimes they need encouragement getting their backbone.
Yeah.
So,
bone in the
Boot up the
back,
butt.
bone in the back, yes,
Yeah.
bone in the back.
so that's what this is about. If you already support GOA, you might have already gotten the email. If not, go through this link. You can fill it out, and it'll send these emails out. And there was something that came out like this last week, and I did it. I got lots of responses from the folks here in Florida that represent us, senators, congressmen, etc. This is going to go to this guy. You can actually call him up, and I think, believe it or not, this kind of pressure actually works on these guys, right? Because they know you vote, right? And if you call them and send them emails, they know you'll vote, and we need to put the pressure on them because Republicans are in power here and they could do something about it. So, and if you wanna find out more, John Crump has a good video, and I believe that Legally Armed America has one up as well. You guys will probably see a couple things go up. Walt, I just saw Marley.
I know I saw her.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
I don't know if he's gonna try the SHOT Show thing.
Hey, so what do you think about me going to SHOT Show this year? It'll cost us. I'm just kidding. It'll cost us $1,000. I don't have a job right now, and it's the 17th of June.
That's not how you sell it. You don't sell it like that.
I didn't say I was gonna sell it. I don't want to go that bad. I told you I would do it. That was it.
Oh, damn it. That's not how you sell it to Marley.
Exactly.
Sell it.
Hank wanted me to. Hank says I have to go. I'm told him no. I ain't going this year.
Oh boy. Okay, Marley has spoken. Let's just. How are you, Marley? You're looking really good.
Come here, baby.
Yeah. How's Chrome Vandium doing?
Hold on. Now she can hear you.
Hey,
What?
What's up, Marley? How's Chrome Vandium doing in there?
How's what?
Chrome Vandium doing?
Oh, good.
How you feeling? Good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Okay. Pretty please,
Reporter.
pretty please. With sugar on top, can Patrick go to SHOT Show?
No.
No,
Okay, thanks. I tried.
that was the correct answer. That was the correct answer.
All right, we tried.
Yeah. Good luck.
Yeah, DCG44 said you should have gotten your sandwich first before you. You might never get it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone's shouting her out. Oh, here comes the sandwich. Oh, she's awesome too. Look at you. Don't deserve Marley.
Nom, 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 nom.
Look at that. Oh, getting a napkin, getting cutlery and everything. Look at that. He's big baby. This is why he doesn't want to go to SHOT Show.
I got good food around here. I got a woman who will pick it up on the way home from work.
Yeah.
What else do I need in life?
Tell Marley everyone's saying hi to her, by the way.
Everybody's in the chat is saying hi.
Oh!
Okay. Yeah. We gotta go easy. We don't want to get Patrick in any more.
Yeah, since she is the provider now, and you're just the homebody.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh God, I know.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of a DAO, or decentralized autonomous organization like TUSC Crypto. TUSC cryptocurrency is a firearm-friendly e-commerce option for online payment transactions, secured on the blockchain. So when you're in the crypto market, please consider TUSC, TUSC.
Yeah, DCG44s was saying when we were talking about what's going on in Virginia that oath, constitution, those are so out of fashion right now. That's,
Yeah, that's like having a normal family and and having a male and a female and all that stuff. Yeah, is that what that is?
I still think it's cool, man. It's what most of the people are. Okay, Walter. Oh, did you want that to be the thumbnail, Walt? Is that why?
It probably end up with I wonder not. So, no, this is I was chatting with somebody at what the Germans in World War II. This is a 30 millimeter aircraft projectile, and I think we basically copied it after World War II. Yeah. So
That looks.
Oh yeah. There's some good videos out there on the German World War II 30 millimeter and 20 millimeter high explosive rounds. They freaking tore up B-17s and all those. When those things hit, that thing just.
They're a really good video from Gun Jesus about, if you want to learn about some of this stuff. He had a video within the last 2 weeks. I think it might have been within the last month. Why didn't Germany have a 50 cal? They never developed their own version of the M2 50 cal. And why was that? Well,
because they had a 20 and they had a 20 and a 30. That's what. Yeah.
That's exactly. I didn't realize this, but we had the doctrine of there were so many 50 cals made and put everywhere. We had the doctrine of, if you see a plane fly over, aim that bitch at the sky and just start shooting. The Germans instead said, we will flank our armor with 20 mils and 30 mils back in front and back, protecting from flyovers. So they just had a totally different idea of how to protect against planes.
What was more effective? Is like 50 more effective, or is the 20, 30?
This only takes when they would do the 30 and the 20. When this thing hit a B-17, it only took 5 or 6 rounds just to fucking through the whole plane, because also it designed to fragment. A lot of it was designed to penetrate the aluminum and go off, and then also get the guys inside with the fragmentation. So
another interesting thing that was mentioned was 50 cal. It's hard to fit a nice chunk of explosive in a 50 cal. Where 20 mil and 30 mil, you can pump that thing full of TNT, and when it hits, it makes a big old bang.
This carries TNT equal to a hand grenade almost.
Exactly. So when that hits its target, it makes some big old holes.
Yeah.
So it was 2 different doctrines. But again, this was on Forgotten Weapons from maybe a month ago at most. Very interesting video.
Yeah. Chris Bullis says they had the 20 millimeter in Fidos too. So there you go.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, we did autocannon too types of stuff, but the Germans really took this to a fine projectiles and stuff to a fine art. Yes.
They preferred the cannon. They did not want a machine gun. They wanted autocannons.
So this would be. So what are they using? Not wanting to start a fight here, although I know one could break out.
Damn AK.
So in the Ukraine, what are they using? Like with all these suicide drones and everything coming from Russia, what's their preferred thing over there?
Well, that's just explosives. It flies into the thing and blows up.
No, but I'm saying
to shoot them down.
Countermeasures.
Surface to air missile.
Okay.
There's a German 30 millimeter autocannon they've been using too. That's real effective.
Yeah.
Radar guided.
They have
Okay.
They have some autocannons, but they're really man pads are really. I love saying that word because it just. I think of tampons or something. Man pads. But man pads are really what is getting used. Surface to air missiles, things like that.
Yeah. And
because remember, man pads locking the ability to lock onto a target and then have like fire and forget. That was a dream in World War II. That didn't exist.
Okay, yeah. So just completely different technology here. Change. But in the beginning, when Russia started doing this, Ukraine did not have that, right? Because not everywhere. Yeah, because they were just trying to shoot stuff down.
Maybe?
Yeah.
They had plenty of TUSC guns, which are the Russian version of the 50 cal. It's a 12.7 or something.
Yeah.
TUSC,
yeah. Danny D says, what does he say? 6? I don't know. 6 comma. He says 50 cal with API's accuracy by volume. So
that was. So Americans had this concept, and we still do, of make as much as we can, put it on every vehicle, and supply as much ammo as we can get in their hands.
Spray
the
and
Germans,
pray.
on the other hand, we still like that. The Germans, if you watch war videos, even today, you get shot at by a sniper twice in Afghanistan. everybody just turns their guns on the mountain and just starts shooting. It's really awesome. The Germans had this idea of like, if it's not, how did he put it? If it's not valuable enough to shoot down, don't waste the ammo on it, something like that. So they didn't want to waste rounds that they didn't have laying about.
Mm-hmm. Go for
the
it. The
website, the YouTube channel that has a really good explanation and showing cutaways of those rounds and everything is World War II U.S. Bombers. That's what it's called.
I'll go look it up.
But they don't not only do that, but they do stuff about flak effectiveness and Norden bomb sight effectiveness on B7. It's a really good channel, and it's all like facts. It's not what ifs and all that bullshit. Yeah,
so that's a YouTube channel, or
World War II U.S. Bombers. That's what it's called.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to check that out.
It was interesting. Yeah, no, it's interesting because war doctrine at the time was still developing. Today we have a lot of similarities amongst countries, but war doctrine then was different. Mm-hmm. What's the term for the overwhelming tank power that they had?
Blitzkrieg.
Well, Blitzkrieg.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Blitzkrieg wasn't even before World War II. Blitzkrieg was not a thing.
Lightning War.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you hit them fast and you hit them hard and you keep going.
It fucking worked.
It still does. Ask the Ukrainians. They did that when they took all that land back. A lot of times they just charged the locations with armored vehicles and firing, and the Russians just said, "Fuck!" and turn around and run the other way. Yeah.
So what's the state of what's going on over there? I know we were talking about it last week. Is it still pretty much the same? I think I've seen some things that like on the Russian side, the guys are really demoralized.
They're in a real shitty situation. I mean, they both are, but it's muddy and it's cold.
This is the bad times.
It's hard to know for sure because the propaganda on the Western side is so strongly pro-Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
it's hard to know what's actually happening on the ground. Ukraine is great at coming up with nonsense to tell us.
Yeah. Now, but it doesn't seem like Putin is backing down at all here, right?
I don't think he's going to, which is nuts because I don't know.
I mean, he does. His back is to the wall, kind of. There's not.
He put himself in that. He put himself in that situation.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
I mean, he's bringing up the nuclear thing. I guess that's his last attempt to get the West to go. Okay, we'll make a deal here because you might start launching nukes.
They have this. I don't know what it's called over there in Russia, but it's like one of these daily talk shows where the pundits all talk and we should be doing this and we should be doing that. Mm-hmm. These assholes came up with the idea we ought to nuke Yellowstone and set off the volcano.
who what? Hold on, what? Who came up with this idea?
That's hilarious.
Well, it's scary.
Who came up with this?
Who
came up with the idea?
Some of these Russian TV personalities. Yeah, they're not going to do that.
Well, because you put the whole northern hemisphere into a winter situation, and they would suffer more than we would.
Mutually assured destruction would happen.
I think America would drop a bunch of cash over there to someone, or send someone a bunch of crypto, and then Putin won't be here anymore. Whatever the price is, it is to actually take him out. They've tried. He still might get taken out here. I don't know what you guys think the odds are, but I think that it's probably a tiny odds that it's going to happen, but I believe that someone may take Putin out. We might see that still happen.
Well, another I saw on someplace today, another associate of his, a friend or another confidant or something, a younger guy, died in a rather suspicious manner. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Does that surprise anybody?
No, he's going to be paranoid right now too.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Did anybody take credit for it? Did the Ukrainians take credit, or did they? No, who do they think did it?
I didn't read deep into it, but it was just one of those ones. It's like a lot of those guys that are close to Putin that die in strange situations. Like they jump out a window and and they had nobody said, well, this guy wasn't suicidal. What are you talking about?
So do you think is that Putin doing that, or
that's
are
what
you
I'm wondering?
saying,
Do you think he's killing them off, or do you think
Or-
people are targeting his friends?
Yeah, taking out his like inner circle or something to. Who
Hard
knows,
to say,
right?
you know, there's probably definitely some power.
Power struggle?
Yeah, there's things going on we don't know about. So
Mm-hmm.
They're, and their propaganda machine internally at within Russia is strong.
yeah, this is all they put out this stuff. This is one of the they put this list of things that are going on like in Europe because of them not having gas. The British women are selling they're being prostitutes. That American children have to shit in plastic bags.
Oh my god!
No, but there are Russians that, I mean, just
They
in the
believe
same
this
way
stuff.
that there are Americans that believe anything CNN says. There are Russians that absolutely believe.
By the way, there's Russians that listen and watch our podcast. Just so you guys know.
Oh God, stay safe.
We're all in Florida, and that's Florida is.
Don't tell them where we are. They'll nuke us next.
Florida's probably considered the most, the most hood of America. We're fine.
The Polish people have to drink their tea cold. It was all these different things, and it was pulled out of the COVID. During COVID, I guess some places they were teaching these kids they might have to poop in a bag because they won't be able to get out of the classroom or something. So they pulled all these different things from different stories from all different times.
Yeah,
and it's like it was just.
But the
it's
people
just like
cannot
crazy.
believe that. Yeah, the people cannot.
Some
believe
do.
that.
No, there are some that do. Absolutely. Look at the stuff that we see here in the States, and you go, nobody can believe that, and there are absolutely people that believe.
Hey, you remember when
by the way,
had
this
Trump
is 42
had
Chilled says follow up your.
him?
Yeah, right. Exactly. 42
Gorilla
Chilled says
channel.
follow up
Need
your
I say
email.
more?
Follow up your email with the number. It's all up there, just in case you need to see it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there was
Need
a lot
I
of
say
stuff.
more?
Yeah.
Do y'all, everybody, I love bringing this one up. Remember the Gorilla channel.
Oh, Gorilla Channel, yeah.
They said Trump loved watching Why Aren't the Gorillas Fighting Enough? And they had to go make content where gorillas would fight on the presidential TV. And people believed it. So.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, speaking of Trump, you brought it up, Patrick. You started it. Trump
How did I start it?
Trump
Walter said
NFTs.
something
Did you see the Trump NFTs?
Oh, what a
And if
fucking...
so, what is your
Is it just me or is that embarrassing?
What is your opinion on the Trump NFTs? Let's see if I can bring up a couple. I think here's one right
embarrassing.
here. Here's a Trump NFT. I think they were sold for $99 or something.
$99 a piece, and every single one sold out.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure everyone did. Everyone.
Yeah.
I can't believe people bought that.
Oh, I can. I
guess so, yeah.
Yeah, I believe the Trumper. There's like super crazy Trump fans out there. We know some of them personally.
I mean, when you see guys driving around with Trump flags behind their pickup trucks and stuff like that, it's like, it's like, okay. I get
and I'm not saying like, hey, I mean,
hey, whatever.
Listen, we liked Trump once upon a time. Have things gotten real nuts with Trump?
I'd rather have him than some like the one we have now.
Yeah, here's some other stuff, by the way. There's the space Trump.
I can't. I can't.
This is the one Trump saves for Melania. He goes into this suit, when he's dealing with Melania. Here's when he has to go out west to his ranch. This is how he dresses. What?
There's Trump.
This is Talladega. This is Talladega Trump.
They're not even good. They're like bad photoshops.
Talladega.
What these?
Talladega. Yeah, here's the Top Gun one.
He looks like a bug. He looks like a weird
Maverick.
bug man.
That looks weird. That looks like a chicken.
The eyes are weird.
Yeah, they're so weird here. And boxing Trump. Oh.
How many did he sell? 450 of them.
All of them. They all sold out. $99.
How many were there? There were like.
I don't know. I didn't follow it that closely enough to, listen, I got no problem with Trump doing all of that. The funny thing I thought was that Trump also, is coming up with a, freedom of speech
45,000. There were 45,000 NFTs, and they sold for $100 a piece. He made 4.5 mil off that. A cool 4.5 mil off of terrible photoshops.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, someone said, who is it? Danny D said Sly is a fox. I cannot knock Trump for his pimping. I get it. Pimp
He's
rules.
pimping, yeah.
Pimps up, hoes
You know.
down. You know.
Yeah, I mean, if no woman's holding a gun to those people's heads when they bought
No,
that stuff. So,
no.
hey.
You know, Daddy D says Elon should make him the new CEO of Twitter because Elon had a Twitter poll and to asking people if they wanted him to, resign, stop running Twitter or whatever, and 57% of the people said yes. He's still going to own it. I don't think he's going to put Trump in charge of it because it will go out of. He will have wasted that $60 billion.
So fast.
Yeah. Trump will burn right through that whole thing. Listen, here's my thing. I don't have. I voted for Trump both times. I respect his pimping and all that kind of stuff, you know. But here's my thing. Like this whole. I put this up there, right? Trump vows free speech reform of government, universities, media, tech firms if elected in 2024, and then boom, I just showed the truth. This is what happens sometimes to me when I post stuff on his own thing.
I don't
right?
even go there.
And this is what I post over there. Like when we voted, I posted this thing. I voted today. All that. It wasn't, it wasn't in the polling booth. You can't do that. I didn't do anything wrong. They put this stupid sensitive content. His own thing. So for anyone out there who actually believes Trump's going to do some shit, just remember he was already president. We already had a supermajority. Trump and Republicans, neither one of them did anything about all the shit going on with these social media platforms.
ATF did nothing about ATF. Nothing,
Yeah.
zero. Boop.
Yeah, so just think about this, man. What you're seeing coming out of Twitter because Elon Musk bought it and exposed all this stuff happening there, you got to realize that YouTube has been doing that. I've got 126,000 subscribers on YouTube, and that video we were talking about, we put it up several days ago. It's like maybe 1,400 views.
And I got on that same thing showing Richard's gun on my Instagram account. I have close to 400,000 views on that.
Yeah. So Instagram is also shadow banning us and blocking us. All these places are. The Republicans and Trump did shit all about it when they had a chance. The only thing he ever complained about or tried to do anything about was when they went after him personally. And I don't really think he gives a crap about people. I think he's very good at pulling everyone's strings. I don't regret voting for him. I'm glad we got the Supreme Court, the folks
That's
on
one
the
thing
Supreme
you did
Court.
do. That's one thing you did do. So.
Yeah, I'm happy for all that, but I don't believe that Trump is thinking about anyone other than himself right now. So I have very little faith in any of that shit. But, it is what it is. I mean, pimps up, hoes down.
What politician is thinking about you?
Yeah, I get it. 42 Chilled says, I think DeSantis has more support, less baggage.
As long as he
We'll
doesn't get too tangled up with Trump. You can't. He'll get caught in that web of oh fuck, and then the shit starts to fly, and you're hooked up with him, and Trump will start. Everybody said Trump. He's so unpresidential. He's so this and he's so that.
None of that bothered me. That stuff didn't bother me.
All's fair in love and war, man. Rock and roll. I mean, that's old school politicians. That's what they used to do back in the day.
So Biden is presidential?
Biden is a freaking. He's demential. He's demential. That's what he is.
Yeah. I think we lost the presidential stuff. Let's see who started this shit. Bill Clinton.
I would say
yeah.
Probably.
Yeah,
Maybe JFK.
Hey, Bill, hey,
JFK.
hey there, here we are. Yeah, here we go. Yeah.
And then people covering for it and saying, "Oh, it's not a big deal. It's not a big deal."
Yeah. In our time, Bill Clinton and JFK before that.
Yasser's out waiting for him to come outside and talk with him, and he's in there getting his knob bobbed on, And that was a fact.
We're going to take a break.
The Who Moved My Freedom podcast is made possible by our partners at 2A Commerce. Veteran-owned and with over 20 years' experience, 2A Commerce is the leader in custom e-commerce and web application development in the shooting sports industry. Clients include major brands such as Guard Dog Body Armor, Sylvan Arms, AccuFire Technologies, The Tactical Games, Warrior Knife Company, and yours truly, Hank Strange. Visit 2A Commerce and support this show by supporting them. Once again, visit the number 2acommerce.com.
Yeah, so listen, in this last segment here, before Christmas, this is the Christmas show, because I think we established we're going to come back for New Year's Eve. I think it'll be cool. Try to keep it positive. I don't know how long that'll last.
Yeah.
Let's talk about what we're getting up to for Christmas. I know it's Monday, but Wednesday evening, my mother-in-law is coming out here to visit. I'm so super pumped about that.
Cool.
Not really.
Oh, not really.
Anyway,
okay.
Anyway, my kids will get to see their other grandma, which is nice.
Yeah,
She's coming out here to visit. Lola loves Christmas, by the way, and I don't dislike Christmas. I just don't believe in like Christmas, putting up Christmas trees and lights and blah blah blah. My kids are all grown. I still gotta get presents and wrap them. It's so annoying. Like we're adults, but Lola loves Christmas, so it's gonna be fun Christmas. She likes taking care of the family, and her mom will be out here. So that's what I'm getting up to for Christmas. What about you dudes?
We're hosting. We're starting the tradition of hosting, so everybody's coming to us. So I'm going to get up Christmas morning and cook and make coffee, and we'll have folks here, and it's going to be real fun.
What are you cooking? Look at this.
I do breakfast casserole.
You're really freaking domesticated now.
I have been for a long time. I like cooking. I've always enjoyed cooking. I do a breakfast casserole. So last year when I made it for like 14 people, 10 to 14 people. It's I can't even remember how many. It's like 2 dozen eggs, 2 pounds of bacon, hash browns, the shredded hash browns, cheese, onion, all mixed together into a casserole dish. And then next morning you bake it, and we'll have some. We will have biscuits. We'll have coffee. We'll have any and everything.
Do you drink liquor the whole time, like from the morning? Start drinking?
I don't drink it all. I should, but no, I don't.
Drink it.
Yeah. Edward Andrews says, "I'm gonna get 3 ghost visitors." I love Christmas, but I get in the Christmas mood by looking at Christmas movies. I don't need to put lights up all over the place and bows.
We haven't watched
and
a single Christmas movie this year.
Really? Oh, I start watching the Christmas movies. Yeah, I already started. So, Walt, you like to cook too. I know, Walt. You're a big cooker. You take care of everyone.
We are going to New Orleans, so the family there, family gathering there. That's on Christmas Eve. We're leaving on Friday, and then Saturday's Christmas. That'll be at my mother-in-law's house and Alexa's, and we'll just be hanging out there. And then the 26th in New Orleans, and 27th we drive home. So because we have to get ready for SHOT Show still too. So.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I don't mind lights. I don't mind all that stuff. I get a little tired of the commercialization of the Christmas thing, And okay, there's a reason for the season. You heard that thing, There's, I mean, I'm not super religious or anything like that, but you are. There, it is a documented. It's not one of those fairy tales.
Something that happened, yes. And there's lots of Christians
somebody was actually born and everything. Yeah,
right. There's lots of Christians. I got nothing against the baby Jesus. However you see him, I see baby Jesus as a little chocolate baby Jesus. You might see him as mulatto. You might see him as blonde and blue-eyed.
Could not have been.
The story is that maybe his daddy was a Roman soldier.
He was a Middle Eastern.
I know that the Immaculate Conception thing goes on and all that, but reality is,
Jesus and Muhammad probably looked a lot alike. Let's just put it that way.
Yes,
I think so.
White folk make him really white.
However you want to do it, yes. Yeah, however you want to do it.
He's tan,
whatever,
Yeah, my mother used to have the blonde, blue-eyed baby Jesus, not the baby Jesus.
Nah, he should have had dark hair,
yes.
dark beard, and a swarthy look, as Benjamin Franklin would say.
And my mom was Indian, right? So she, but my dad, man, my dad was very pro-black, so he didn't believe in that. My dad didn't believe in Tarzan, and he didn't believe in a blonde, blue-eyed baby Jesus either.
No, Tarzan's real. Stop it. Tarzan's real, and don't you ruin my fantasy. Okay.
Yeah, okay. A little white baby goes into the little white tiny baby goes into the jungle with these gorillas, and they take care of it. It could happen. It could happen. Actually.
You know, the whole story, like the three wise men and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're
all that's established.
The event in the sky, the astronomical event. That's all they've backed the clock up, and it's real. It's not something that somebody dreamed up.
Yeah, no, Christ is established. So
Yeah,
I believe in God and
the crucifixion.
That, yeah.
No, I don't know if he vanished in that thing. I mean, I don't know.
Walter don't believe in Easter. Easter never happened.
And listen, the Roman Catholic Church put their own spin. By the way, that's where all the blonde, blue-eyed
control.
That's where all that. No, the artists doing the depictions of Jesus. Those were their boyfriends that you saw. Those were their love mates that you saw them depicting. Let's be real. Let's be real.
Think about it. Would you call them their muses?
Yes, this is where all of that came from with the Roman Catholic Church, sir.
I just love them.
It's all about controlling the unwashed masses. That's what it's about.
But it's based in reality. I think. Look, to me, here's the ultimate. This is my thing, right? This is not Patrick. Doesn't necessarily believe this, or Walter. This is me. My personal belief is that science will one day lead us to the realization that there is God, there is order to the entire universe. So
I think they're aliens.
Well,
he's probably not kidding.
What is alien? I mean, look out the sky at night. There's hundreds of galaxies.
Right.
There's got to be something out there.
They could be us. They could look like angels.
I think angels are fourth dimensional creatures that can just pass through time and space and whatnot. That's I'm not even kidding. I seriously think that's real. Have you also, anybody out there that has never done this, go watch a video on accurate representations of biblical angels. It will terrify the pants off you. They are not to be trifled with. They are scary creatures.
So I think here's the funny thing.
That's like in the Indiana Jones movie. Go right to the Nazis. Right to the Nazis.
Yeah.
Burns
but listen,
their eyeballs out.
You know what's weird? This is the thing I really believe, right? Like, as human beings, nothing that we imagine is impossible. I just have to tell you guys that. There's a reason why we can imagine it. Nothing is impossible. All of these things either exist, or will exist, or all three of those things at the same time. Just realize that. Just think about that for a second.
All those stories from the Bible that seem like impossible, they've worked this stuff out like that really did happen. There is fireman brimstone and the stuff raining down on the and all that stuff. There was events that caused that to happen. That's why they wrote about that stuff.
Yeah. It's so how do people, when people see fantastic things that they can't explain, how does their brain process that? Remember when I was driving down the road when I was going out to California,
saw the rocket,
and I saw that rocket, but it looked like a ghost, or it looked like a massive
What's
ghost.
your brain think? What did you think?
My brain was freaking out. I was like, are aliens invading? What the fuck is happening right now?
It took me a while. Like that, I'm like, oh shit, this is it. The world's ending. Here come the nukes.
I didn't know what was happening. My brain had to process it. So yeah, man, a lot of things that we can imagine, things that we dream about are real, the good and the bad stuff. So obviously we want to strive for good and better, and for sure there's an order to the universe and all that kind of stuff. And I think that Christmas time and New Year's and all of that has to do with it. I'm happy to give people gifts and spend time with people and all that. I agree with Walter, though. The whole commercialization of this whole thing, where people think it's about... the commercials where you have to put a brand new car out in front of your house with the bow?
You know what? The way that Walter gave up on news, we gave up on television exactly that same way, like, I don't know, 6-7 years ago, and I haven't noticed any commercialization because I don't have TV anymore. I don't have You know, the other funny thing that I noticed with that as well is I don't lust for items any longer. Like I don't look at the news or I don't look at TV and then go, "Oh my god, I got to go buy that."
Because it's programming. It's
It
programming.
is. It absolutely is programming. So I haven't even noticed when I go into like Walmart or something. I'll see like they'll put the damn trees and stuff out at middle of November, beginning of November, even sometimes.
Back in
and I'm like,
Halloween time.
Yeah,
I know, and I'm like,
Bucky's had
I'm like,
Christmas
no.
stuff in October.
At Costco, it's Halloween. So.
Yeah, so I do notice it there, but not having TV makes a big difference. I'm not gonna lie.
I agree with you. And then the stuff that's on TV right now, you'd be banging dudes all day long if you were looking at TV.
Is, we go.
That's what's
I go
on.
to my
That's
parents'
what's
house.
on the commercials. That's what's in the commercials.
We'll go to my parents' house, and the only thing, I swear to God, the only thing they watch is like Game Show Network. So we'll watch like a bunch of game shows. But the commercials that come on, I'm just like, how is this? Oh, I don't want to get into it here. It'll upset too many people.
A lot of the TV shows, a lot of the commercials, a lot of movies now. I was talking about this in the barbershop the other day. And the guys they thought this was real funny. I was like, dude, when I'm looking at a TV show, I'm looking at a movie or even a commercial, I don't want someone smacking me with their dick in my face all the time. Just taking a dirty dick and slapping you up with all this bullshit about, like tonguing dudes down and it's disgusting.
Every now and then,
what's out
I
there.
will get this urge to have rose-tinted glasses, and I'll go on YouTube, and you guys could probably do the same thing for your era. But I'll go on YouTube and find like commercials of the 90s, commercials of the late 90s. Because it reminds me of being a kid and I see all this stuff. I'm like, oh, that was really funny. I remember that toy. I remember that. We were watching commercials the other day. I was watching a whole like 30-minute thing of like 90s commercials. And it was for some fragrance that you could get at Sears. It was a black man and a black woman on one half the commercial making eyes at each other. And then there was a white couple on the other side of the commercial making eyes at each other. You don't see that anymore.
Dude, now, what's the
You
one
don't
that,
see
you know
any
what I
of that
see the
anymore.
most when I see this stuff? AIDS commercial. And in this
Oh
AIDS
my
commercial...
god, they're common! They're really common!
And dudes are just like... I don't want to see a regular couple tonguing each other down in public.
No!
Okay?
No, I'm with you.
Yeah,
Absolutely not.
that's nuts. So why am I looking at this commercial about AIDS... that needs to be, to me, more somber? I get it. It exists out there. But it makes it look like, oh no, AIDS is a good fun time. You could totally, don't worry about it. Get some AIDS. You could party on and it's so weird and crazy that, yeah, man, I don't understand what's happening in the world out there.
I don't miss, to continue on with that, I don't miss TV at all, really. We don't miss it.
Yeah. Walter, you look like you haven't seen any of this yet.
Oh, I've seen these goofy ads. How about the ones where the girls about shaving your pubic region and all this stuff? You seen those ads where they're talking how you need to shave this? Oh, yeah, and we're watching this stuff.
What?
It's like on Netflix or something, and they're, yeah, you need to shave this and shave that. I'm like, okay, if you want to do that, that's absolutely fine. Hey, I got no problem with that, but I don't.
Yeah,
need
but
to see
how about some
commercial about it.
decency? Like, do you know who's
we-
looking at this? You could be looking at a movie with your kid or something like that, and this bullshit is coming on. So it's nuts.
Yeah.
I haven't decided what we're gonna do yet for media with our kids. I feel like I just need to set up a streaming server in my house and just put like 70s, 80s, 90s cartoons.
We need
on
to
it.
create a utopia for Chromania.
All you get is Hanna-Barbera, The Simpsons, not The Simpsons.
I Dream of Jeannie.
Flintstones. I'll put I Dream of Jeannie. All of that like classic stuff. I'll put it on there.
I Dream of Genies. That Barbie Eden.
Nice.
That
Dukes
was,
of Hazzard. Dukes of Hazzard.
Dude, I would watch it.
Yeah.
The Bewitched woman. I forget her name.
Yep.
Very attractive woman.
Yeah.
Kind of a leftist, but yeah, very attractive.
Yeah. Magnum PI. Magnum PI is good. That's okay.
Yeah. Magnum was a good guy.
Oh,
he's
Magnum PI was awesome. It holds up.
Marley and I, it's been a couple months, but there's an ice cream place here that we like going to. Every now and then we'll go there. It's a rare treat. But we were sitting in there and they had like Cartoon Network playing, like kids cartoons. And I'm watching. Not only do the cartoons absolutely suck, the animation style that's going on right now is absolute garbage.
Yeah, it's infantile.
But the commercials, I was like, I don't know that I want my kids watching these commercials. These are like a little raunchy even for kids. Like, what the fuck?
It's nuts.
And I feel like maybe I'm just turning into an old ass man, but I'm like, God, what is the world?
So,
No, you're not.
Danny D had a good question that we could take the rest of our time on, I think. He said, what was a toy you always wanted for Christmas that you never got? I'll start with, who wants to go? Who wants to go first? Let's see. Let's think about it. Okay, I'll go while you guys are thinking. I'll go. It's not really for Christmas. Like, in my family, we always went up and down in terms of having money and stuff like that. So some Christmases, our parents were actually able to buy us stuff, and some Christmas times they had to repackage things that we already owned, rewrap them, and give them to us for Christmas. But I remember living in Nigeria that I actually had I had an allowance. I saved my money. I came to America, and I bought a radio-controlled, wireless, remote control Ferrari. Right?
Oh, that's good as hell.
It was so gorgeous. It was so beautiful. I had like a couple of $100s. This was in the 80s, and I bought this thing. And my father returned it and took the money and then bought me one of the cheap ones with the corded thing on it. And I never saw my money back, by the way. Okay?
That's
So
good.
Up in
that was
smoke.
gone. That was probably. But
Up in smoke. Yeah.
that's my thing that always like tortured my youth. That my father did that to me. So go
I
for it.
never had experiences like that. I had a pretty good childhood.
Yeah,
Good Lord.
But what
I
was
mean,
your
I
toy?
always-
What was your toy that you wanted that you never got?
You know what's funny? The
we
thing
always-
that I'd say from early middle school, and it was because of video games. And you're gonna hate me saying this because I own it now. I wanted night vision as a kid.
Oh
That
my
was like a
God.
dream item from the time I was like 7. You see like spy movies and things like that, and I was always like,
Well, it's true. These like high level video games have been around now for a good 20 something years.
yeah, yep.
Yeah,
Yep,
that's
and
true.
I played Splinter Cell. The first Splinter Cell I remember playing was in like middle school, and after that I was like, I want night vision so bad. And of course, night vision even now it's crazy expensive, but back then it was $10,000 for basic nods, and it's like that's a pipe dream. There's no way I could ever afford
James
that.
Bond shit. Go for it, Walt.
James Bond shit.
Speaking
Yeah,
of
go.
night, when the wall first came down, Russian night vision was everywhere in this country. I mean, because they hadn't put any restrictions on it yet. And that restrictions was trying to keep the bad guys from getting it also. But it was everywhere. It was cheap too.
Yeah. What
as
was
far
your
as
toy,
growing up,
Walt? Yeah, come on.
I pretty much, when I wanted something, I didn't get everything I wanted, but I did. We never really. My mom always made. We didn't suffer at Christmas time.
That's me too.
and
My parents never.
I had
we always kinda
the
finished.
Hot Wheel tracks. I had the big,
Yeah.
the one that there was one called California 500 or something, where it had this deal where that you charge the cars up and put it on it, and they went like fucking nuts until the battery would wear down.
Yeah.
charge
Slot
them back
racers.
up
Slot
again.
racers. Yeah.
Yeah. I always wanted a mini bike and stuff like that. My mom was. I had a go kart. My uncle got me a go kart. My grandfather got the engine. And I put the two together. But my mom was always anti motorcycle because she's seen how people get fucked up on motorcycles.
Yeah, the same
So,
here. I couldn't have anything like that.
I bought my own dirt bike when I was like 15 or 16. But
Yeah,
But
my
yeah,
my
I mean-
parents didn't like motorcycles either because my dad used to ride one and almost killed himself a couple of times.
Yeah.
Everybody's
So-
story.
Yeah, so they didn't like that.
We were lucky, I guess, because we never wanted. We were, I guess you would consider us upper middle class. We weren't wealthy. My parents weren't wealthy, but like I never wanted for anything really.
They always
Yeah,
worked
yeah.
hard. I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah,
For us,
no,
we lived through that because we would be up, sometimes and have stuff, and then down.
Yeah.
Like when we came to America, for example, to live, we had nothing.
We,
had to leave
I would say
everything
we were
behind.
lucky in the sense that my father. So my mom was a stay-at-home mom. She raised us, but dad worked two jobs that were never out of vogue. So from the time he was like 12, he worked with his father doing car repair, body work, and that never goes away. And people always have accidents. It's
Oh,
never
you always made money.
Yeah.
And then when he was like 22 or 23, he got a job at the fire department, and that's another job. As long as you keep your nose clean, it's hard to get fired from the fire department.
Right,
As long as
right,
you're doing a good
right,
job. So we weren't wealthy, I wouldn't say, but I never I don't remember ever wanting something and my parents not eventually, even if we had to wait till Christmas, eventually getting it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good stuff.
I created a lot of my own mayhem during the rest of the year.
I remember being excited one time.
We got 5 seconds.
Or
yeah,
I was given a box of VCRs and I got a screwdriver and took them all.
We wouldn't be able to keep the Who Moved My Freedom podcast going without the support of manufacturers like Safety Harbor Firearms. SHF is a quintessential family-owned small business, totally representative of the American dream. Safety Harbor Firearms is a Florida-based manufacturer of the compact entry stock and the SHTF 50 upper for an AR-15 lower. Also, SHF happily delivers on your Sten gun parts needs. So don't forget to check out stenparts.com and safetyharborfirearms.com.
Yeah, that was funny. You were talking about, so you got VCRs. Tell the story again.
At some point, DVDs had already come around, so they were cheap. I don't know how we got a hold of them, but I had a box of 3 or 4 VCR players, and I just. My parents were like, "Here's a screwdriver. Go to town.
Oh,
I love to throw it away when you're done."
I loved to take stuff apart when I was a kid. I loved doing that.
Yeah. It was great.
Yeah, when I was little, they'd get me some mechanical thing, and a lot of times a pair of pliers, a butter knife. Sometimes, I mean, just whatever, and dissect things and see how it goes and how it came apart and how it works. Yeah, nuts
fun.
and bolts and screws and.
You know what? And that's something I should say about my parents, like my dad specifically being a cheap bastard sometimes. One thing he always loved to buy for us was paper, scissors, glue, crayons, all that kind of stuff. We were always plasticine, it's like modeling clay. He loved buying that kind of stuff. And that was really awesome because you can make whatever you wanted. So
right. 2 other things I remember as a kid, we always had a massive container of Legos. I don't know if we had collected them or if they had bought them secondhand or something. But
I had a lot of Legos.
It was one of those. It's like that.
Yeah,
deep,
me too. Yeah.
And it huge, so you could just play with Legos all day long.
Yeah, we made you got to buy your kid Legos, man. I bought my kids Legos, and we made everything out. We made spaceships, guns, anything. We lived in another world, man. Just building shit out of Legos.
The other one
here.
Go ahead, Walt.
Petra's still doing Lego. So
I love them.
Yeah, me too. I still do Lego. The
other one I told my mom the other day that I remember fondly, and she was surprised that I remembered it. At some point in elementary school, she signed us up for. It was a magazine sort of subscription service where it's like a kids magazine, and with the magazine you got arts and crafts stuff. Every month you got arts and crafts stuff and a project to work on. And I remember every month looking forward to that magazine coming in. And I could sit down and it was like a whole bunch of, they would give you enough stuff to keep you busy for probably about a week or 2. But I would always, every month when it came in, I'd sit down and build whatever they would send. Go read through all the stuff. It was super fun. I told my mom, I'm doing that for our kid because I loved it.
Yeah, you can't go wrong, I think, with giving creative things to your kids. I know Lola and I did that with our kids, and that was done with me. And even now, my younger son, he's home from college, and he's having a good old time on that 3D printer that we have.
Is he? Good.
Yeah, he is making some shit on that. That 3D printer is always going. So he seems to be a fan of that. And I think, you know what? So when you go through tough times, when you're young, whether you have stuff or you don't have stuff, I think that old saying of what is it? Idle hands, idle minds, it's the devil's playground. I think it's true. If you give your kids things to be creative, you could keep them out of so much trouble. So
yes, no, I agree 100%.
Yeah,
I never. There's a story that I love telling. My dad has this story from being at the fire department where they were in the ghetto, and because he worked at one of the stations in the worst part of Tampa, and he said the kids would just light dumpsters on fire during the weekends. Yeah. They would get Friday night, 2:00 in the morning, and they would just start running around the ghetto and lighting all the dumpsters on fire. And I was like, I have never in my life thought on a Friday night, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go light a
Burn
dumpster
shit on fire.
It's never even been a thought
Listen,
of
even
mine.
in my time, like, hip-hop has a lot of violence behind it, but even in my time, there's lots of people that, music and creative things have saved. Like, doing music, being creative, acting, the fact that
Creativity
like
can,
YouTube. Yeah.
expanding your mind and living in a fantasy every now and then it can take care of so much. It feels so good to do creative stuff, build your own stuff. That's why I make guns in the garage, just because it's a form of creativity to me. I can make things with my hands.
Yeah, absolutely agree. So listen, I know we got a bunch of comments here and stuff like that, but we got to wrap it up before Christmas. I don't know if Walter's going to come back right now. But here's what I'm gonna say. Like, I really appreciate all the folks out there who listen to the podcast. We've got people all over the world that are listening to it, people all around America that are listening, watching, especially the folks that join us here live whenever we do this. For me, we really love and appreciate you guys, as well as I really love and appreciate all the people that do this with me. Patrick and Walter do this with me the most, and it takes a lot from them, I know, to do it, so I appreciate that, as well as all the other people who do it, all the folks who sponsor us and support what we do and are always helping us out to make things happen in all the ways that people do that. So I just want to thank everyone for that, wish everyone a very Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. We are going to come back and do something for the new year. I'll let Patrick, if you want to say something, you can go for it right now.
Yeah, youtube.com/babyfaceP, Instagram is baby_faceP. Thanks everybody, it was a good year. On a personal level, it was a shitty year, but
it's still good, man. The best thing in your life happened to you this year.
On a professional level, well, yeah. We lost some people. You look back, things like that happen.
The worst things too. Yeah,
it's the way it is.
Yeah.
But on a professional level, on a YouTube level, it's been a really good year, and channel's grown. I hit 35,000 subs not that long ago.
Congratulations.
So yeah,
you're welcome. You're welcome.
It's only gonna go up from there, so I can't complain. So.
No, listen, I know this is life, man, and you guys are going through like a lot of the things of life right now, like having kids and and losing folks and all this kind of stuff. Unfortunately, it's life and what we have to deal with. We do have each other. We are here, so we're thankful for that. Here's what I'm going to do. I am going to run in the end, and I don't know if Walter's going to come back, so Patrick, you're going to have to hit us with the words of wisdom, but I will run the end in right now. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching and listening to us here. We're going to rip the audio out of this, throw it up on iTunes and all your favorite places to get your audio podcast from. We are part of the Firearms Radio Network, as well as you could go to hankstrange.com and get the podcast from there if you want to listen to it. Big thanks, like I said, to Walter of Safety Harbor Firearms. You guys can reach out to him. Just look up Safety Harbor Firearms on all the major social medias, as well as my friend Patrick BabyFace P for being here. Okay, Walter's still not back. So yeah, Patrick, words of wisdom.
Take stock this holiday season, because I know Christmas can be really crap for a lot of people. You think back on who you lost this year, who's not with you, what's changed. Take stock of the good things this year. There's been a lot of good stuff in all of everybody's lives. It's been busy, there's been bad stuff, but really take stock of the good stuff and take that into the new year.
Absolutely. Well said. All right, guys. Thanks so much. We'll see you guys. We'll talk to you. You can still reach us on social media and all that kind of stuff. Hit us up if you need. If you need anything, if you just want to talk to someone, please feel free to hit me up. I'm all over the social medias, and there's lots of ways to contact me. I'm going to smash the end button right now.